1. In my opinion. Can we all agree the Bucks are probably last? It's going to be someone of that AFC. Is AFC South?
No love for Baker.
Is it not AFC South? I thought it was.
Why is that over there?
It's our song. Welcome. I've got really big teeth. Just keep that. If we can hear it when it comes in, that'd be sick too, though. Gets us pumped. Oh, shit. Devil scored again, Sean.
I just said that.
All right, and we should be coming to you live from... I think that's... Okay. Coming to you live from the old lady's house where the prodigy did not make it on the plane for fear of being next to a poop box on a plane. I don't know why. He's making every excuse in the book. It's Sports Allegedly.
Welcome, Zach. Thanks for hanging for another week or month or year with us. Preston to my right, Sean across the way. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of Sports Allegedly. Well, let's get down to it. We talked a lot last week. We went live on the draft. We talked ad nauseum about it for about 5 hours.
Ad nauseum.
About 5 hours, and we all, after you kind of set back and after the beers are gone and the next day, do you still feel the same way about the draft that you felt that night and everybody's picks after first round? Now, obviously, we know now we've got all the rounds in place, and let's talk a little bit about who wants to go first, about anybody's certain teams or anything they thought that done overall, not just first round, just as far as Zach, you got any? I see you got a list already made.
Can we start off real quick?
That just says F everything.
Yeah, can we do start off just a list around the table? Winners. Who was the winners? Kenny?
Just
give one.
Oh, just one?
Yeah, just give one. No, we'll go around.
Oh,
we'll
pick a different one each time?
Yeah, go on.
Philadelphia.
Do you agree, Sean?
Well, he's got to pick a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kenny, one more.
I really liked Pittsburgh's.
Okay.
I did. No, I did like. I did.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Sean?
Pittsburgh was middle of the road for me.
Okay. And for you?
I'm not so sure Pittsburgh didn't have the best draft.
And then we got a third one, possibly. What are you thinking? Who was the other person that possibly won the draft?
Well, pick somebody else. Anybody else got anything besides that?
No, I had shit, and
Sean. He loves this one team. I was going to go to him for the loser circuit.
Well, hold on. Let's.
Packers heavy losers.
Was weird, Van Ness.
Who?
Van Ness. Is he good?
I think that's a good pick.
Will Levis was a steal in the second round for the Titans.
Yeah.
I do too.
I agree.
I feel
Even though they traded up. They
didn't lose much.
This draft was also the most traded draft in history. It beat 2019 by 3 trades.
Really? I didn't. That's a stat I didn't see.
That's interesting.
I kept trying.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, Coach Teeth didn't see a stat. No, I kept trying to find out. And finally, after a day after, or shortly after the 4th round was done, 7th round was done. How many rounds are there? I forgot already.
7.
Shortly after 7, it finally came out because I kept searching for how many trades were made each draft, and it came out that this one had the most trades at 43. 2019 was the last at 40, and they didn't have anything for the rest of it.
So, anyone think that there was any losers of the draft?
I don't know. Cardinals I thought had a good draft too, because I thought the biggest thing about them is they got Houston's first pick next year.
And it
looks
like a way heavier draft.
And it is. It's a much better draft.
Does anybody know what New England was doing?
Just being stupid. I don't know how long that's going to last.
Stupid?
I mean, you're picking a kicker.
Without Tom Brady.
And he did. He finally did. He took a
Now, I'm not saying the guy from San Francisco.
Mac Jones,
Sacramento
State.
It was Sacramento State.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that guy
Belichick finally took a guy from Sacktown.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say that was like the worst pick in history, but I mean,
It's a random picks. I figured he would have taken that pick a lot earlier.
No, I think some people try to be smarter than what they are, and that's what he's doing. I mean, unfortunately, that's exactly what.
When are you going to wear a hoodie with no sleeves and just sit there?
I wore a shirt with no sleeves.
Yeah, you got the dad shirt on.
It's my ma. Thank you.
That's your mom. What?
Ma. It's my ma.
Oh,
my ma.
Your mom taught you how
No,
to dress.
my ma. It's a man bra. No, I thought Cincinnati had
Not the bro.
no Cincinnati had
Seinfeld.
actually a good pick.
I was going to say Cincinnati.
I like Baltimore's Zay Flowers pick. I really like that because the speed that'll bring that.
Kenny's all Zay Flowers.
But,
all
All-star.
Zay.
It's in your notes. I read them yesterday.
But no, I thought that Bengals had Jordan Battle. Miles Murphy, I thought could have went higher. Might have been a pick that Tampa might have looked at better. I don't know. I mean, people say he's not got a lot of upside. But I thought they fit their needs. They had some secondary picks, and that's what they need to pick. They have to pick cheap defensive players because they're getting ready to pay out the wazoo for their offensive players. So that's what teams do. Exactly what you'll see probably. I didn't really study Kansas City's draft. It's probably as much as I should because they're a local. They got the wide receiver that was fast. They got a safety that came in after. So I mean, I thought that some of the teams that had really good drafts. I thought the Lions was the most interesting of one of the most interesting drafts. I thought they drafted too high for everybody.
Well, no, and he had said, hey, why did they take a running back? What did they take a running back? Blah, blah, blah. They got Montgomery and they got Swift.
I never said that.
It was me.
I said they should take.
He
a
said they
back.
should
Oh,
take
you
a
said-
running back.
okay.
And I
So, yeah,
said no
you-
way in hell they draft one that high, and they did.
And then what happened? You turn around and
Swift's gone.
Yeah, Swift's sent to the Eagles.
They don't like him, but I mean, why would you? He never plays.
But he was cheap money, and he only has
He's good. I mean, he's a talented
But no,
guy.
he
He
only
just doesn't play.
He was only a little over $1 million against the cap. I was looking at the Eagles' cap space for running backs. It was so damn low. I think combined they made like $7 or $8 million out of 4 of them.
Real quick, I do want to add
Real quick.
a loser in my opinion. Just to add on to you is the Texans. If you say the Cards are a winner, then the Texans are a loser in my opinion. I think to trade up for that pick and you get C.J. Stroud, you have no idea in C.J. or Bryce. They're not one of those generational talents that you see and you're like, oh my god, they should go first overall. You were kind of confused on who was going to go first.
The term generational talent. I know that it's the cute new key word of the fucking.
The pod.
Of everybody.
I mean,
Everybody's
I'm
using
coining the generational talent
Okay.
for Bijan. But anyway,
But he's not. Nobody. There's nothing to prove that he is.
No, I
He's
didn't
not
say,
even
no,
in the
I
top
didn't say
10
prove it. I
running
didn't say.
backs.
I said that's my prediction. I'm not saying
in my
it's a
opinion,
fact.
to trade up for that, your first overall for someone like C.J. Stroud, you don't know. Just like Bryce Young, you don't know they trade up. I put Panthers as an F2. You just don't know. They weren't those people, especially in this draft. The draft was loaded with
I would
talent
take
on
Bryce Young
defense.
over C.J. Stroud.
Agreed.
Cool. We agree.
One because he's a Ohio State quarterback.
We agree.
They're all
like
all
one or
trash.
two.
Yeah, but I mean,
One
you
and
look
two,
at,
it's
but,
just
no,
like,
but
nah.
hold on. But you look at numbers. you look
Ohio
at-
State
hold
puts
on.
out great defensive guys and great.
Well, agreed. But you
and
look
great
at
wide receivers.
But you look at numbers and
And
you
his-
look at physicality. C.J. Stroud hits every box that's better. It's just you don't know about the head on him.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do for you real quick.
I agree. Listen, and
agree.
think about the Bears.
Just let me compare
real
real quick.
No, hold on. Before you do that, think about the Bears. Just one
think about our
comment.
glorified running back.
No, just
who
think
we let
about
throw.
before you compare them. Think about the Bears. The Bears went into the draft with the number 1 pick and went, yeah, fuck it, we don't want it.
That's so. What I'm going to say for you
Because
real quick.
we already
The
said
people
there's
that
nothing there
the
right
people
now.
that
Next
we
year.
the people that
Next
we
year's
picked,
got all the goodie bits.
the people that we picked at A+ for this draft. Where did they draft at? The highest that we picked for A+ was the Eagles at 9.
Yeah, and they had somebody else's pick.
Yeah, they traded up.
I know they
Exactly.
were close, but I'm just saying that's the closest to one that we picked for A+. Nobody I've heard has picked Lions,
Seahawks-
Texans, or Panthers as
Seahawks
A+.
had the Seahawks we didn't mention. Seahawks
They
had a
had
good
five,
draft too.
fuck. They had the
They
five.
had
Did they?
Denver's.
Yeah.
Seahawks had to refill a bunch of old guy spots.
Yeah, but you know they made the playoffs and didn't look bad. I think they they
almost made the playoffs.
they did make the playoffs.
Oh, they did. That's
Yes.
right. San Francisco beat them.
Yes, and they looked fairly good on
Barely.
offense. I think if you go back to the rankings of last year, let me
Oh, why?
let me
They-
pull
they-
that up in my notes
Gino
right
looked
here. Let's see here.
Oh my God.
Gino gave Brock his first challenge.
Well, I think that defense gave him the first challenge.
I seen something yesterday, Sean. It
Yeah,
said
Seahawks are ranked 25th in defense last year as an overall composite. I mean, there's a lot of factors coming into that, but their offense was much better. They signed Geno to a 3-year contract we talked about. Most of it's front loaded. So they took. Did they take a quarterback? Who'd they take? Seattle. Because I know. Did you see Detroit took Hooker? Hendon Hooker.
No, Seattle didn't take a quarterback.
That was the only thing. That,
Witherspoon was their first.
Yeah, I mean, you look at
cornerback,
and I don't know why they're giving them a bad grade, but you look. I think they got the best cornerback in the draft. I think they got the best wide receiver in the draft, and I think they got some defensive players later that could be pretty good. And then, I mean, you got some defensive tackles.
But you remember, he's trying to rebuild
players from the SEC.
He's trying to rebuild that Legion of Boom that got old and he sent away. Sherman
Correct.
Was sent away,
and that's what happens. And that's why I talked about. And that's why I talked about the Bengals is they growing all young on defense because they're going to sign all old on offense. They're current. They're going to have to re-sign them. So save the money over here, huh?
What about the receivers?
That's what I'm saying. They're going to sign them too. So I mean,
it was interesting that Seahawks never went to rebuild mode necessarily.
Oh. Yeah, I mean
they kept a lot of those
really
pieces there.
Rebuild mode. It was a.
You thought Lockett was going to leave.
It was a shift.
You thought that the other guy was going to leave.
Hey,
What can I think
Sean,
of his name?
pull up the Eagles when you're close.
What
the other receiver?
Yeah.
What's his name?
They're very top. They got A+.
Oh, was that how they graded? They didn't go.
Who was number one?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
They just went.
Oh, I see what you said. Okay, so
Jalen Carter's still not. Oh, that's gonna.
But
be
the potential.
huge.
No, but the potential, and it was an extra pick.
You're gonna. I know, but you're gonna have
especially
you gotta get him to work.
It's the time to waste the extra pick.
The dude looked like he might have had a little substance issue.
It's the time to waste the pick. When you've got.
He looked bloated. Like he did not look.
He was.
Like here's your jersey. He's like.
He's looking to give me a baby's jersey.
He was 3 months ago the number one consensus to go number one
really
over the quarterbacks.
Yeah, and then he
exactly.
And then he did what he did. He didn't have to play, so he just stopped working.
Had a speeding incident.
I think.
Well, and the coaches have said the Georgia coaches have said some stuff about him.
No, I'm
recently.
saying, but you look at the drafts too. I mean, you got the Steen guy from Alabama. He's pretty
good. You got
good.
Nolan Smith out of Georgia as well. You got Steen.
And the Ringo guy is good. Now, Tanner McKee's going to be a good backup. He's a serviceable quarterback. Davis Mills is kind of in that same mode. He's a super sharp Stanford quarterback.
They really need a backup.
Probably not going to be a start. Well, yeah, because Minshew left. Wasn't Minshew his backup last year, or am I a year behind?
No, I think you're right.
No, it was last year. Remember, he lost those 2 games. Really close
to
Dallas.
He did. That's exactly
really
right.
close to Dallas and then blown out.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
good.
Good for me. Good for you, Sean. You remembered. Yes.
I'm glad you congratulate.
I mean, he put up a fight.
Can somebody else congratulate Kenny so he doesn't have to?
Coach Teeth, you done good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But anyway, so yes, they did have to have a backup. He's going to be serviceable.
Yeah, Carolina.
But no,
Jonathan Mingo.
I liked him. I thought that was a good pick. Otherwise, I thought Carolina
was in the draft.
Yeah, I thought Carolina.
I liked watching him play,
He's
but
good.
I know, but I'd
really
forgotten
good.
that he was in the draft.
He will be better than your DJ Moore, or potentially equivocally the same.
Okay.
Well, you were a big DJ Moore fan.
I said it's a well trade
For the Bears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought the Bears won that trade too, no doubt. But I didn't think DJ Moore was. I thought they could have got more. I said that already. But I digress.
This is going to be a great jersey to buy. Tua.
Who is that? Okay, so that's the Texans.
Yeah,
so everyone's giving shit on the Texans. You did too. The only thing I didn't like about the only thing I didn't like about the Texans was they give up their first round pick next year. They still have Cleveland's
for C.J. Stroud, who racks up points on fucking.
No, they give it up for Will Anderson.
In the fucking.
They give it up for Will Anderson.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's who they were taking at number 2 though. So
they just want to go ahead and get that defense.
I mean, let's be honest, it's interchangeable. I mean, that's who they were going to take at number 2 if they weren't going to.
You look at that.
I don't know.
You think they were?
You look at the draft. The draft is defense.
I think they did that for Ezekiel.
No, you take number 2. Before, unless they had it already settled, and they could have.
That's what I'm saying.
Good point.
That's what I'm saying.
They could have had that
trade. They did that for Ezekiel and put him at number 2. Because I feel like they would have took Will Anderson, to be honest with you.
Well,
I figured he was like the number 2 guy.
Unless that was some understood type deal.
Well, you moved to the Steelers. Joey Porter Jr. Congratulations to him.
He should. Yeah, he should.
His dad and him both play.
I thought Broderick Jones was. I think I had him in my notes. I thought I had him the best tackle.
Yep, the Bears took Tennessee.
I thought Jones was better. I did, And
I never looked at their comparisons.
and what was it? There wasn't that much difference. I just thought Broderick Jones. But you look back at highlights. I did watch the guy
I don't want
from
to watch
Tennessee.
highlights. I want to watch their lowlights. I want to see.
Now
see their
hold on.
adjustments.
Now I watched the highlights against the SEC teams that some were getting drafted that Tennessee played, kind of like Will Anderson. That is it Wyatt or Hyatt?
Hyatt.
Okay, no, Hyatt is the wide receiver. What's your tackle's name? Wyatt. Okay, Hyatt was the wide receiver from Tennessee. Wyatt is your tackle. He played really well against Will Anderson in the game they played this year. Did pretty well. So I'm not saying he's up there, but I thought Jones was better. Porter, taller than I liked Gonzalez, and I also liked the other guy, the short guy.
I'll get it from him.
Porter was a little slower, I think, is not slower, but he played a little differently. But he was taller. He's 6'3". He was one of the tallest. And I thought Darnell Washington.
Porter's coming in as.
But no, Darnell Washington, raw.
Porter's coming in.
That's a hell of a pick. That is potential to get that guy as a tight end. And that's why, I was looking at that mock draft you had, the Darnell Washington pick for the tight end. I was looking at that mock draft that you had, Zach, by that one guy that had the Bowers kid. Is it Bowers or Browers? Who does he play for? This kid that the tight end next year that's supposedly the badass. And I'm just forgetting on my head.
It's hard when you have to call about gravel.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is brought to you by City of Chelsea. They need a pothole to get fixed because I ran over it twice. And it's the only pothole in town.
Okay, so
besides the shit brick road.
It's Brock Bowers. He is the tight end for Georgia. He is pretty good. But taking a six pick, taking a tight end, I don't understand taking a tight end in the first round at all unless it's late. I just don't. I think it's a universal.
You were upset because receivers started going.
No, not necessarily. If you get receivers that are so good, next year, Caleb Williams is going to go number 1. Marvin Harrison should be the person that goes number 1. He, by far, is the best athlete in the draft. Everybody's going to love Caleb, but Marvin Harrison.
I can see that.
Marvin Harrison's better than his dad. Will end up being better than his dad if he comes to the right
you got to
team.
understand. You got to understand.
He's a Hall
Caleb
of Famer.
Williams has weak competition out in the Pac-12, so he can do the air raid offense way easier than he could.
Well, good point you bring up right there is Ohio State has a new quarterback coming in, obviously, because Stroud's gone. So, does Marvin Harrison and the rest of that crew have as good a year as they did with Stroud? That'll show you a lot about the anti-Stroud people, like Zach is, which I'm not as much.
I'm against Ohio State quarterbacks.
I know you are.
In the NFL, not in college. I mean, there's been some great Ohio State quarterbacks in college.
Christian, do you have any other thoughts on draft grades? We mentioned most of everybody that you thought done well. Look, go to the Cardinals. Well, see, I don't think that they done as well as everyone claims.
Yeah,
they're in numbers.
They just had a lot. They had a lot.
I like the Colts. I like the
I think that's what leveled out their.
Go ahead and move
grade.
on past them.
We
talked about Seattle.
We got Balti.
Well, I told you Zay Flowers. I love
we
that
know
man.
your love of Zay Flowers, and I don't understand this B+ for the Packers.
Can I tell you who cited?
Is it just because they had 30 picks?
They had a lot of picks, didn't they?
Giants got a B+, and Eric Gray, Oklahoma.
I thought the Giants could have led into A pick.
I'm trying to figure out how he's going to work in.
Well, hold on.
system.
Banks is the fastest cornerback, I think, in the combine. I almost want to bet, or was that the Turner? Was there a Turner kid from Maryland?
I can't.
Or was he? Anyway, Banks is good. There might have been a Turner kid from Michigan.
I don't have my.
There's your Hyatt. That's where he went.
And Hyatt went there. I thought that was a really good pick.
I did too. Yeah.
And then
I think Eric Gray's going to be good in the NFL too.
But what is he going to do? And I know we're biased. Where's he looking at in Dabble's system? That's what I want to know. How's he going to work?
He'll be that. He'll be more of a Punisher rather than that. What's his face isn't. And why am
Saquon Barkley's supposed to be a power. He's supposed to be.
I never see that. I don't see the power in him because of his size. I never see him being on a third down guy. He needs to be more out catching balls.
Again.
No, I mean,
I kind of agree. I don't think he's.
I've never seen him. As a power
see him run
He's
over
not a Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no.
He's not. Even Aaron Jones, I think, is more of a power back than Saquon. Would you agree, Zach?
Aaron Rodgers?
Jones.
I know.
Same team. Is that his name? Is it Aaron Jones? Did I get
that right? Saquon is one of them guys. You get him out. You get him out to the outside or get him in space. That's where he looks the best.
I kind of disagree with you though. I would take Saquon.
Falcons.
Power back. I would take the Saquon.
Really?
Would you?
Yeah.
I've just never seen him as a power back. I could be wrong. I mean, he's a good running back, but I've never seen him as that bruiser. Huh?
What is going on? What is going on? So I would say the Falcons have one good Bijan, but the rest of it is just so iffy. I don't know how they're gonna be.
Zach Harrison's not bad.
Yeah, but
Anybody you get from
is it
Utah is
B?
probably
Is it
very,
B level?
I don't know. That seems
Is it B level or C level?
Well, some people graded
B
them down a
minus?
lot because they don't like Bijan's pick and where he goes. And I
Oh
don't
yeah, a
think-
lot of people just didn't like the Bijan.
I don't think
going.
that's
I
fair.
thought-
That's another team that had a really good draft, and,
The Bills,
and they're getting
yeah.
I love their first two picks.
Well, didn't they steal Dalton Kincaid from the Cowboys?
Kinda, I think so. Yeah.
Cowboys kept
allegedly
saying
it
no.
appeared that way, but no, I think you go back to the Bijan deal is they I've seen a lot of people
Go back up to
I-
go back up.
I've seen a
Right
lot
there,
of those
yeah.
people grade them as very
I would've liked to have
low
them on the
because of
Bears.
Bijan's pick, and I like Miles Murphy.
I wouldn't have minded him on the
DJ
Bears.
Turner, that's the other one. He was the fastest corner, speed wise. Banks was up there along with
Well,
Gonzalez and another guys being the top
Okay.
picks.
I'm done. I'm done. Thank you.
But
Here's the Rams and their 39 picks.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Some of the
They're rebuilding an entire team.
I know the Colts and the Rams had more picks than it was unbelievable.
did get there was the Oklahoma State. Was Jason Taylor the first Oklahoma State player drafted? I was going to look at that.
I think he's first
It
and
was
only,
him.
wasn't
No, there was two, I think.
Oklahoma had 3?
Yeah, 5, I think.
5. Oklahoma State. No, I didn't. I thought he was the only one that went. I didn't.
Zach Evans is an interesting pick for running back. I've watched. He's not bad. He's going to be interesting in that offense, and there's not going to be a lot.
Well, we don't even know what the offense is going to look like anymore.
Well, Stafford will be back if he's healthy.
If
You know.
his wife doesn't tell him to
Yeah.
just retire
Yeah.
and come home.
Well,
the-
shittier- yeah.
Yeah, one good thing they got was Blackman and Addison, and that was. Ugh.
Another
They took Hall.
BYU quarterback, Jaron Hall. Yeah.
It's a B grade.
I thought
Yeah,
that was a
somebody give
little,
him a
I
B.
thought that was a little high for them
I
too.
give him a C.
So
Yeah,
they give
no
B.
kidding.
New Orleans got a B.
Is that Brian? That's Brian Breesy from
Bears
Yeah,
got a
Breesy.
B.
Clemson. I thought.
Yeah, Bears got a B.
No, I thought
didn't
he.
like what
I
they
thought
took.
he was a really good pick too, and the Hater guy
I know that's what I'm saying.
is a fairly good quarterback. He's a good backup quarterback. Round 4 probably a little high, but serviceable.
Oh, that's your Fresno boy. That
He
you
should.
love.
He should.
talking about Haener?
Jameis Winston will be done, and Haener will be the backup.
Well, Jameis Winston was done when he was a rookie.
I'm saying he's still there though.
Well, I know, but he
So,
was done when he was a rookie.
yeah.
And then we got Chicago, and you had sick Darnell Wright.
I thought their best pick was Roshan Johnson.
I
Was
thought
a
their
running
best
back for
pick was
Texas.
getting more picks for next season.
Well, no, I agree with that.
Yes.
No, I agree with that. But their best pick this year is Roshan Johnson is very good. And
I was surprised by that. I was like, how was Johnson even in there? I thought he was waiting another year. Or is he
Well,
senior?
no, I think he had to go. And think about that. He played behind Bijan, the best running back in the nation. This guy's pretty good. Noah Sewell is not bad too. It's Penny Sewell's, I think it's cousin. Oregon. I thought that was a good pick too. I'm just saying. I thought the Bears had a better pick than,
I don't
than
think
as they
they're
go
great.
down. I think they had a better pick than what I.
Chiefs?
And you're
The
right,
Chiefs are
Sean.
just above
They
them.
didn't even account for the fact that they've got next year's first round from now Carolina. Now Carolina's going to start. Obviously, we think the best quarterback and the defense of the top teams that sucked is the best. So your pick could be. I don't think it's going to be any better than 5, but I don't think it's going to be any worse than 15 as far as the Panthers next year. Problem is they play in a weak NFC
here's
South. Tampa's
here's
down.
your Arizona.
You know,
Here's your Paris Johnson, BJ Ojulari. and-
Wilson's a pretty good pick from Stanford. He's very serviceable.
I was-
Batoon's
I was-
a wasted pick to be honest.
Yeah, I was. You could have got him supplemental.
Yeah, could have went down lower.
Trade's not included in this grade.
No, they're not.
Compensatory.
No.
I'm telling you, Texans, they're bottom 10 next year, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. The Cardinals won because Paris
Because
Johnson's
they'll
good.
They'll be bottom 10 too. So
Paris
they get
Johnson's
2
good.
top 10 picks next year, in my opinion. They do. Which I said that from the
Well, look
beginning.
at
I said it
the
during
look at the mock
draft.
drafts. They got them at 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think that's humorous, but
That's the second one I've seen 1 and 2. I promise you.
they're not going to be that great.
Who?
What I'm agreeing. Yeah, the Texans and
Yeah.
Cardinals will not be that great next year.
And here's Belichick.
He's just.
Well, I don't understand the
I
I
logic.
like the
do not.
Gonzalez pick though.
But the problem
Yes,
is
that was
the
that
problem
was a
is
good
it's
pick.
going to come out, and some of these players that you've never heard of are going to end up switching positions and being fucking superstars all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like he reads them on a different level. He looks at their position as everyone else does, and he's like, he would be a great fit for a receiver. The way
I mean, that's
he
why
runs.
Julian Edelman was the fourth string quarterback.
Yeah.
Behind Stidham and.
If only the Bears
who
could do
was
that
the-
with your
who
running
was
back
the quarterback?
situation.
Who was the other quarterback? Huh?
I said if only the Bears could do that with your running back situation.
We have 3 running backs.
Who's your running back?
I don't remember anymore.
Justin Fields.
Justin
and-
Fields.
Is number
Montgomery's
one.
gone.
Yeah.
That's where he was going with that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Let's get more running backs. If you can't beat a team just by running, you should be alive in football. Jets got a B minus. This is all according to
Let's go the
Sports
Fs.
Illustrated.
Hey, go back
Who's
up
in
to
the
the
Fs?
Jets real quick. I had a comment about that. Is I thought their first pick was dumb. I mean, I know
Willie
you. Oh,
McDonald?
no, hold on. You okay? You have
Are you talking about the offensive linebacker?
you have the fourth. Yeah, the offensive line. You have the fourth best defense, and you have a 15th pick, and you got a new guy that's an old man that's playing quarterback, and he wants some help, and you go linebacker, who comes from Iowa State.
That's
who,
not a linebacker. That's an offensive line.
Yeah, he's an offensive line.
Did they take any? Wait, hold on. Linebacker, corner, tight end. See, they got him. They got him tight. They got him a tight end.
Hey, the Kuntz guy's actually not a bad pick. They could have got somebody else. Oh no, Kuntz is the good one. It was he actually that is a good pick. Otherwise, I thought. And let me tell you something. One thing I want to talk about is
C plus should have been D minus.
look
Let's
at.
go to Fs.
No, hold on.
Who got the Fs?
Look at Pittsburgh University of Pittsburgh's
Oh, here's
picks
your
this
Detroit.
year. Hold on.
I'd give them an F.
University of Pittsburgh's picks this
know if
year.
you're allowed to.
They had
I
a
think it
shit
might
ton
hurt
of
their
picks in the
feelings.
draft. They're going to be bad next year unless
There's
they
Hendon
reload
Hooker.
them like a son of a bitch.
Popping in third round for the Lions all of
I'm
a
thinking
sudden.
early betting lines, Creston, for that.
It was
as well.
interesting
Oh,
that they
what?
picked him up.
Pittsburgh had a ton of picks this year.
Oh.
University of Pittsburgh. They had a lot of talent leave. You kind of makes you wonder what they're going to look like next year.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker got picked up. Yeah.
Brian Branch. They got Brian Branch.
You know why that's a C plus though? Oh, go back down. Go back down. The Lions had a good pick. I'm not disagreeing with the Lions picks. They had a bunch of extras. I just thought they picked funny. I thought Gibbs would have been there later. I thought Campbell is potentially good. Laporta's good. I mean, that's no doubt. Brian Branch was the best safety in the draft. I mean, hands down. That's probably about a right pick. Hendon Hooker went. Yeah, Hendon Hooker went there. They probably could have got him lower, and I mean,
Which is interesting that they took Laporta, that tight end. It's like you could have took the best tight end at 18 or close, the Mayer guy, and then you could have
Or
took
the other-
Campbell. You could have took Campbell later.
maybe Campbell. Actually, Campbell was a rising stock. It
Well,
was
you could
weird.
have took Jameer later.
Hey, at
got
least
some
they
of
gave
that-
Tampa a
I'd be-
C plus.
That's bullshit too. They had a much better draft than that. I thought.
Kenny, you find the glory in any one
No,
of
I'm
those
going to tell you
players.
the picks I thought were bad. Hold on. Let me
Oh
go
no,
down.
Kenny can find bad picks.
I thought third round pick average, and I thought
I asked you about You're like, oh, here's the.
he's
blah,
a
blah, blah,
project.
blah.
I said that, but fast, but small. I think 5 is very average. I think the tight end was a good pick. That's about where you take a tight end at, is the 5th, 6th round to make it lucky, or you just cut him. Hayes Kid, I don't really
Kenny
remember him
Hayes
from
tight
Kansas City.
ends.
Trey
Pretty
Palmer,
useless.
the fastest wide receiver in the combine and he was in Nebraska. Didn't have a quarterback to throw to him. That guy might be
Yeah,
still.
he did. He had what's his nuts.
That guy, he's already transferring. See Cody Thompson or Casey Thompson transferred again from Nebraska?
No.
Yeah. He's a
Good job.
portal
Good
guy
job.
again.
Now here's you Dallas boys.
Here we go.
Just a C.
It's a overshow. Yeah, just to see.
But you know, I've seen some
They
draft.
got Deuce Vaughn.
Hold on. But I've seen some draft nicks say that they had an A. I mean, there's other places that like that. I'm just telling
There's
you.
some Dallas fans in this world. Yes. that
Oh, I
write
don't know. I
articles.
mean, it was a guy that wrote for
here's
you
the
know.
the Dallas Sun.
No, it
or
wasn't-
what is
no,
some
I
shit.
mean, I
Here's-
look at
here's
that.
just Deuce Vaughn number in the 6th round.
I thought that was a great pick.
In the 6th round?
Yes,
Deuce Vaughn a little higher.
like get him in the 4th or 5th.
5th round.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was a good pick for them. He fell that far.
Yeah.
That's my point. And I think the Maisie Smith we're giving a lot of discredit to. I looked at some of his stats. He's better than I thought he was.
The Jalen Brooks from South Carolina. I watched 2 or 3 of them games. I don't remember him. He didn't stand out.
I don't either. And I didn't pay attention. That's something that
You're racist against white.
now that we have to, we do this now, that's something you pay attention more to is those certain people. I didn't get to watch enough of South Carolina last year.
I didn't. I watched a game or two. I watched almost a full game and then part of another, and he just didn't stand out to me.
There's Kenny's Chargers. No.
Coach will be fired.
No.
I'm just letting you know. And
I don't know if anybody got a horribly bad. Oh my God, they had that many picks and still got a C minus.
There's Taylor Lacey. I thought they had one. Tyler Lacey went earlier. I think he's a good linebacker actually. And I think though that you look at
Donkey's got a D plus with Marvin Mims in the second because I didn't get a first. How dare you?
I think that's a good pick for them. But
they
There's some
said
losers
they
right
said that
there.
they were stalked at. Now go back up there and read that line. Listen to this. I want you to hear this, Zach. Stalked at wide receiver for the Dolphins.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, go one up for the not Dolphins. I'm sorry, the Donkeys.
That's what I thought you said.
Sorry. Why take Mims? They're stalked at wide receiver with Judy, Tim Patrick, and Cortland Sutton.
They've
I'm gonna tell you
Are
something.
you high as fuck?
That's what they
they've
just
been
said.
receiving. They've been
Sutton's
receiving calls.
is so average.
Sutton, when fantasy came around last year, we're like, Sutton's going to be very well. He's the guy to pick up. And he busted so many fantasy leagues by people picking him, second, third round picking Sutton. They thought he was going to be a steal. He's the same guy. I think they played the Colts. Remember when they just couldn't win? They kept going back on that.
Yeah.
And then Russell Wilson throws to him. It hits him right in the chest. He's like, and it fell out of his... That was him. He's
I don't
not
know
good.
what's happening.
Marvin Mims will be a upgrade there. In my
That's kind of what I
opinion.
thought too.
I did. Yeah, that's why I said. I thought it was
Dolphins
a good
D
pickup.
plus, and that's it.
Well, a lot of that's because of the picks. So anyway, overall, hey, the draft was fun. I thought it was one of the more exciting drafts. I thought the talent was weaker than some I've seen, especially at quarterbacks. Even though what we have 4 go in the first round again. Is it 4 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Wait, was it?
Young, Stroud, Richardson, and
We had Levis going over Richardson
Well, that was it.
all day.
no,
Oh,
maybe it was just 3. It was 3.
Okay, we thought there'd be
Oh, I
4.
think
Levis
so. What we
went-
thought.
So we only had 3.
Levis went
3
next, and then-
quarterbacks go.
I thought you were asking what we thought. Sorry.
No,
Well, yeah, we
true,
did.
yeah.
Devils are up 2-0 over the
We've known
Rangers.
this before the podcast started.
What?
That they were up 2-0.
Nothing new. Sean.
No, they were up 1-0.
No, they scored another one right after they scored the first one. Correct. Yes, we all saw it.
I wasn't. I
Sean,
was
there's
doing
2
shit.
right there, and you're like, oh, nice.
All right, anything as we close up
didn't
NFL,
know
I
that
think
was-
allegedly the schedule is going to come out about the 11th. So we'll talk
11th
about
of what?
we'll talk about that in 2 weeks. NFL schedule. We'll
Can
talk
you turn
about-
your phone on again?
We'll talk about that in 2 weeks. So that should be interesting to see. We'll be able to more break down. We'll be able to break down as far as the possible suck teams better, what the schedules come out to be. Anyway, so all right, let's move on. Let's move on to
USXFL, baby.
Okay,
I
well, give
have
us your
nothing to
pick,
go.
okay.
I have nothing for that because.
Well, how about
Is
the
the championship
XFL?
coming?
Yes, yeah. Well,
But
there's
that's
two
what we
teams in the championship.
Which
yeah.
one's
we
coming
call-
to the championship?
That's what we call the USXFL.
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
just
just
blend
it.
them together.
Yeah, so which is which? What's going on? Are they both going at the same time, championship-wise?
No.
No,
USFL has just started.
Okay,
They're in their second
and then
week.
XFL is going in the championship.
XFL's going championship, and I got beat up by my team got beat up by Ben DiNucci.
Who's your team?
I took the St. Louis Battlehawks.
You
And
change your team
now-
every year. I just can't keep
No,
up.
I don't change it every year.
Yeah.
How-
You were a Birmingham Stallions fan.
That's
That's a
USFL.
joke. I'm joking.
God!
I know.
Get on a plane and
Yes.
just go and
Yes.
live. And stop riding buses.
I'm going to
okay.
Birmingham.
Creepy
to watch
people
them
are on
game.
buses.
Okay, so the XFL real quick. DC Defenders are 10-1. Obviously, the XFL's best team. That's Creston's team. He picked them at the beginning of the year.
This championship.
Yes, my team, the Renegades, made it. They're below 500 and have allowed more points than scored. Yet we've made the championship at 5-6.
I
Bob
don't think I
Stoops.
ever. What I'm confused
Yeah,
about
that's
is
Uncle Bob.
when we did the pod, I never picked a team, but I did pick a team for the other one. The
You weren't
Mich-
here when it
And
started.
we've
The
played,
Michigan
and we
Panthers
have
is the
played
team
Oh
I
one.
yeah,
went
they
for.
sucked. I think they
Yeah,
ended up
that-
firing
DC
Jeff
won.
Fisher.
It was
or
the
something like
closest
that.
game besides their loss. DC won 28-26 against the Defenders.
Besides their loss.
So what's the championship game?
That was it. Me and
Oh,
Preston's team.
we didn't
faced
watch
each other.
it?
No, it's this week.
It's this week.
Okay, when is it?
Saturday, May 8th, 7 p.m.
watched-
ABC. Damn.
Remember, the XFL has a deal with ESPN and ABC.
Well, they're getting prime time, 7 p.m. in the Alamo Dome. Oh, Renegade's gonna have a little home cooking right there.
Doesn't matter. DC
You guys going?
Are we watching this live?
You guys going?
We gonna do it live?
Yeah. Do we need
No,
to
that's
go
a
to
place
a
where we should go pod. Be like, hey, we want to set up there on the sidelines. They're like, fuck, you're the only one that asked. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe-
sorry. No disrespect to them.
Kenny's over there giving
Rock, you're okay.
Kenny's over there sniffing Bob Stoops.
Well, we could do a only XFL pod. It lasts 10 minutes. They're like,
We
I
got
don't know
enough
about that.
listeners.
We're like, I don't know about that.
Do you
What
smell
do we know about that?
what sports allegedly is cooking?
Oh, okay. Well, that was the
That guy?
XFL USFL news.
Do we have USFL teams?
Yes, I've got Birmingham. You had
Panthers.
Who do I
That's
have?
where he's Birmingham.
you had the Breakers.
I have no clue.
Yes.
And you
He's
Sounds
Tampa Bay.
familiar.
That's the Breakers, right?
I think
You
it's
had the
Orlando
team that played my
Breakers,
team
isn't it?
That was
last
Michigan
year.
Panthers.
Yeah. Who was it? Who did I have?
Is he not a Maulers fan?
I think that's who it was.
Whoever won last year is who. Hannah
Birmingham
was.
Stallion
Because
was
she
mine.
does that.
No, she was.
What?
I thought she won last year.
I
Who?
won.
Yeah,
Oh, the
pretty sure
Stallion
Chris,
said.
Sean
Okay,
won, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but he played my team
Yeah,
in the
we- our team
championship, and I
played.
can't remember.
Oh
who
my God! Are
team
you
is.
going to go into another title game and lose?
Well, can you pull
Probably
that,
so.
Zach, and see somebody pull up the teams? You maybe recognize it.
What?
The USFXL teams.
Okay, I don't think that's a real place.
They have a website?
Do you want to slip into the NBA finals there?
Sure.
You slip into the NBA?
You
You wanna slip into some NBA finals? Slip it on in,
I know
slip
that
it
song's
on.
wrote, but I was trying to remember it close.
Why don't you stand up and do your heel toe and your little...
All right.
Should we get the trumpet out? So
Is
you can-
anyone teams left from what we picked on our last
What,
podcast
for
2
NBA?
podcasts ago?
Boston,
yeah.
yes.
Is anyone
Yeah,
left?
Boston.
Yes. Well, I didn't
Yeah,
plan
Boston.
on Clippers having all the injuries.
Okay.
I didn't know Kawhi was going to go out.
I'm
the
still
next
there,
game.
full swing.
I
Just
thought you'd
curious.
pick the Suns.
He did.
Oh.
He picked the Suns, I think.
No,
I
I
did.
didn't.
I had the Suns.
You
I
had
had
the
picked the
Suns.
Suns to meet
I'm Sixers
To
Golden
meet.
State.
Sixers, Golden State.
Well, Sixers beat Celtics tonight, game 1.
Let's go, baby.
God, if he's right, we're gonna have to murder him. And
If I do UConn and this back to back, it would be insane. I haven't picked a winner though. Just
we're gonna have
You
to
guys can
bury.
give me that
we're gonna
right.
have
Wait
to
till they
bury
get to the
your
finals.
Suns
So
in
who's your
garden
finalist?
banana.
Who?
final 2 Sixers Golden State, and you guys all called me fucking stupid.
I don't think anybody
That was
calls
the
you that.
exact word you
Not
called me.
for
but
the
that
Sixers.
seems like the
Sixers-
friendly one
Well,
for the live show.
I did for Golden State, probably.
I think.
Are you
it was
fucking
both
kidding
of them.
me? There's
It was
no
both
way.
of them.
No, 76ers is not a bad pick. I
Yeah,
mean, the
but not to go to
MVP's
the
on their
finals.
team. I mean, come on.
Oh my
That's
God!
going to be
the MVP
announced.
Who cares if the MVP's on your team?
Well,
The NBA's MVP is on the other team.
Who?
Staff.
Bullshit.
I mean, he's your
I mean,
boy. He's everyone's boy.
Why can't
Everybody's
I think of his name?
4 rings,
Embiid's going to
baby.
win. Embiid's going to win the MVP.
No, I
this year.
said the league's MVP.
Oh, they
I'm
want to
being
keep him in.
sarcastic. I'm being
Trust me.
sarcastic.
You know they want to keep him in because the haters hate and the lovers love. I mean,
And
it's
he
just the way
also,
it goes.
he brings views. I mean, he's in California, dude.
Sometimes haters can love. They just don't understand.
They tried to do it with the Lakers one time, and it didn't get the nears enough.
Who's
views
still in there?
as the Lakers.
Okay, and who they playing?
Golden.
That'll be what's the NBA to do?
That's interesting, actually. Actually,
What's
now
the
that you think
NBA
about
to
it,
do?
that's
That
actually
That was
Yeah, that
a
is actually
huge,
very
quick, and
interesting.
amazing. It just gold.
that was a turn, yeah.
Yeah, so how's that going to work out for him?
I don't know. What are they going to do? I think the viewership of Golden State is way higher, so they're going to let them win.
Who? What?
Golden State's
Oh my
winning.
God! Are you going with the television?
That
views?
might be the dumbest thing you've ever. The viewership of Golden State is higher than the Lakers.
No way.
No fucking way.
Never.
Oh,
No.
no, in California and who they have.
No,
You
still
don't think-
not.
You don't think so? Really?
No,
Lakers.
No.
No.
You think
Lakers.
so, really?
Yes.
by far. Lakers are a
Lakers-
national brand.
the
Golden
Lakers-
Oh,
State's
well, of
still
course,
not.
of course. I know. You see the hats
The
around and
Lakers
stuff.
are the only thing that California has had for the longest time.
I just want to see who's selling out crowds. Which, I mean, I don't even need to look that up. LA probably outsells them.
I don't even
Obviously.
want to. I don't even want to need to look that up.
Yeah.
I don't even want to need to look it
I
up.
don't even want to need to look it up.
Right, true.
I think that Golden State has a bigger fan base than the Lakers.
I'm gonna go get this.
I mean,
offense-
one's won 4 championships, and I mean,
How
they're
many
gaining a
offensive
fan base.
linebackers can I draft?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Because I mean, what it comes down to is
Do you want to see that? Not that.
so.
I mean, I can.
What is the aspect of
She
what
really
you're
need
talking?
To see us?
Of course,
Can
we
she
all
cut
need-
me out on the Lakers bit?
Yeah.
Because it's right. It's LA.
Did everybody hear that last time?
It's the Lakers. Yeah, it's dumb.
Oh yeah.
What, cut me out
At least-
of
at
LA?
least-
Might have been the
least-
dumbest shit I've said. But I just.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I'll look at the
I
stats
heard
later.
you talk, so.
I'm going
Oh,
to,
shut the fuck up.
I'm going to Alaska.
Oh, gosh.
No, but honestly, so anyway, the Heat still in the Heat were a play-in team, and the 8 seed they're still in it. They beat the Knicks first game. I mean, you talk about Jimmy Butler. You talk about a guy that's MVP in
I
the
thought you said
playoffs.
Jimmy Buffett.
No, Jimmy Butler, and
Did
I
you
think
lose him from the Bulls, Sean?
Real quick, Jimmy Butler just
Hello?
asked that.
Hello?
That guy looks the
Jimmy
best in the
Buffett
playoffs.
never played
Everything-
for the Bulls.
Everything I've watched, Butler looks the best in the playoffs. And
Yes.
That's what you're saying. MVP
besides
in the playoffs.
Steph has played well in the playoffs. I'll give him credit.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that game last night, too. I mean, that's very clear. If Steph
You
didn't
mean
play,
what? What do you mean?
they
Say
couldn't.
it.
It's very clear that if Steph didn't play the other night
Hey,
against
Sean, pull
Sacramento,
up, hey,
they wouldn't have won.
while we're talking,
They
would you
couldn't
pull the
go without
breakdown
him.
of the Celtics 76ers game?
I
The
am
box score?
trying to adjust the screen so your wife can see you.
Sorry about it.
Well, that
Oh.
changed from bullshit to.
So anyway, going back to Jimmy Butler, I mean, that team has had the best run through that. Think about it. They got the Bucks without Giannis for a couple games. Then when Giannis come back, they look like hammered shit. So they still won, and now they're going to get the Knicks.
oh, they're going to sweep the Knicks.
Who is? I don't think they'll sweep them, but they don't match up well with them because Knicks are very defensive oriented, and then you got your guys score. But Jimmy Butler is going to be consistently good, and then you've got Boston and 76ers going to beat the shit out of each other. You could potentially see the only thing I think though that hurts the Heat, and I'd have to look back at this. Zach, would you pull up the season series? Oh, you're just okay. Tell your girlfriend hi. And we're in a podcast here, and honey, I'll talk to you later.
I love you. I'm
miss
sorry.
you,
I'll never
yeah.
leave for Alaska again.
So when you go back to that, it's interesting because the 76ers have that inside depth. I don't know if the Heat really do, but they match up pretty well, I would assume, with Boston. I probably need to go back and look and see at the Heat series.
Theories. Cute Kenny.
Well, when you're Snapchatting, we're doing a pod here.
I'm not. It's actually, I'm watching us live. I was looking at the analytics of the podcast and who was watching.
What
How many
we doing
watchers
now?
do we have?
We did have 3.
One.
Right. 3 watchers.
We did have 3.
Oh my word! This
And we started
stupid
arguing
shit.
and going quiet, and apparently fucking Nancy needs to see fucking
Stats.
Who's Nancy?
your wife, whatever her name is. Cindy. Fucking Kenny, Jeff's wife's not even Jeff. Fucking
Zach.
Creston's wife
Uh-huh.
isn't even watching.
I'll have that studied last time as far as the Heat matchup with that because I do think the Heat are going to beat the Knicks, and then so
Well, I know that he didn't beat Knicks.
So obviously Philadelphia tonight beat Boston at home, 119-115. We did get to finish that box score. I mean, what stands out as far as
Nothing, just a great game.
well, look at Harden. What stands out? Look at that son of a bitch.
What? He played a great game.
Oh wow, they won that without. Did I miss that?
What?
No Embiid. Was Embiid out?
Shit.
Doesn't even look like he's even
This is
there.
going to look tight. I said Sixers and Golden State personally.
You sure Embiid even plays on that team?
Yes.
Embiid?
Embiid, whatever.
Tatum
Sorry.
went off at 39, so it really was just it came down to it just came down to who had the
Embiid
ball
not
last.
being there and then barely getting there.
No Embiid, no problem. See, no Embiid, just right there. No Embiid, no problem.
Wow. Good.
So why would you have an MVP if you don't even need him?
Well, he's probably hurt.
No Steph Curry, no problem.
No Skeff. No, you need
That's a
Steph
headline
Curry.
you'll never see.
No Draymond Green, no problem.
Yeah, that's no shit.
No, like
no Klay
literally-
Thompson,
Like
no problem.
literally no problems.
Yeah.
There, I turned it up. I don't care what
They
she
keep
said.
those core 3 there, and it's amazing. Also, no Kevin Durant. no problem. I think they won without him as well. Correct?
I don't know.
Last year?
You do, you all.
Was
Yes.
Durant there?
I don't know.
I've already
I think
made
he was at Brooklyn.
I've made my comments about that.
Durant was already in Brooklyn.
Yeah. No shit. He joined a winning team to get him a ring.
KD just
Yeah, he
moves
did.
around to become.
He got one. Yeah.
Steph, yeah.
KD just moves around. He's
I thought you
that
meant
guy.
Brooklyn. I was like, yeah,
He's in-
he tried
he's
to
in the
do.
Suns now,
he
isn't
tried
he?
to bring Brooklyn back to something, and it was a failure.
He's at the Suns, and Kenny went against the Suns. He went for the old man Clippers.
I thought
Somebody wrote an article about how Kawhi should just retire. I don't know how you turn the volume on.
Every single time.
Every damn time the volume is muted and
it just pops up.
turn it on.
I was gonna give a highlight of the Celtics game. If y'all shut up and let our fans listen, but it's already over with now. It was only early too, so it doesn't matter. I really want to know what the hell.
What's the highlight?
I want to know what happened to Embiid.
Just find out. Just
I'm
look.
looking.
He wanted a night off.
Bullshit.
He knew Boston wasn't going to be shit.
She's just typing a lot of. You're not very good at. Ooh, look, Phoenix and Denver. Come on, Phoenix. I got Phoenix winning that.
Well, is Denver? Is that game 2 tonight, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's game 1, isn't it?
No, Phoenix is or Denver's up game 1-0 already.
Are there already?
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I'm trying to clip on something that I can't even touch.
Which
Okay.
is this the year that Denver actually makes it past? I mean, can Denver make the championship now?
Do you think they are? Do you think
I don't
they are?
know. That Jamal Murray has played really well. I mean, I watch him, and you got Jokic in the middle. Obviously, I mean, former MVP 2 times over. But I mean, that's what popped up for me too. But I mean, you talk about.
I was gonna do a little highlight.
But you got about Jamal Murray.
Thanks for ruining it, Kitty.
I mean, I don't know.
Denver could. They're playing the Suns, but I got the Suns pick, so they're not.
Embiid's out with a knee injury.
A knee?
A knee
knee.
injury.
Could be available later in the series. It says
Could be.
later.
Could be.
I don't know what that means. Which makes you
If we
wonder.
go to Game 7, he's probably going to be able to play Game 7 and get his MVP.
That ain't a good look for the Celtics. Though, to
Ain't a
lose
good
that
look
game.
for the MVP.
He got hurt.
Oh my God!
I mean-
MVPs don't get hurt.
I mean, and okay. And what they're going to do is they're not going to play. They're not going to let. What they're doing, I guarantee you, he's probably got an injury that's probably going to need some work later, and they're not going to push it until they have to push it. Probably what's going to happen. Hey, let's see how Game 1 goes, and they won on the road.
On the road.
I mean, that's not good for the Celtics.
No.
So what happens? Real quick question. We've talked about the Celtics a little bit. We watched them last year. I had them picked to win it all.
They're like 3
Oh, you
hours
guys
away
did.
from each other.
I had the Heat. But anyway.
Yes.
Starts that. But anyway. Wait, why did I...
How do you like the way I was right? You all were. Oh, wait a minute.
No, hold on. But the reason I said that, remember I had the coaching. I picked the Heat the wrong year. You see, it was the Heat this year. I should have picked because they'll probably win it all. But anyway,
Oh my God.
The Heat and the Celtics play for the finals.
Have you
I'll
ever
pick
seen
the
anybody
Heats
talk
again.
out of his ass as much as he
No,
does?
but you
Yeah.
remember... No,
Yeah.
you're... No,
Oh, my dad does too.
no, do you remember I took the Heat because of the coaching, I believe. I thought they had the coaching advantage. The Heat does. And I think
Oh, is that
Spoelstra
what-
is one of the better coaches.
Yeah, because the coaches, they
Spoelstra
determine
is
a
one of the
lot.
better
They're
coaches.
out there making the shots
Yeah.
and playing.
Spoelstra
Yeah.
lasted
on.
even
But
though
yeah.
even after LeBron tried to get him fired.
Anyway, he's good. Pat Riley knows that. So, but no, when it comes back down to it, probably not going to be the Celtics got to get their shit together.
Yeah.
But what happens? Are you starting to get rid of that team? You're going to break them up a little bit? I mean, because you got Tatum and Brown. Obviously, Smart's kind of the glue piece, and you got a bunch of extras. Is it time to break those two up? I mean, in my opinion, I compared Tatum to Booker.
Okay.
Devin Booker?
Yeah, good players. Are they on that number 1 tier? Zach, tier? You remind me what a tier is.
No,
right?
I mentioned this to you today.
Zach's
And I had that-
You're like,
having
thank
other
you. I
tiers
agree
right now.
so much. Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah,
They're not on a 1 tier,
they're not. No, Devin Booker.
and they disappear.
Devin Booker.
That's the problem. They disappear. All stars don't disappear. They just don't.
Giannis will not disappear.
Well, unless they have a drug problem.
No, I'm saying in the game and playing, they don't.
Yeah, still.
They disappear.
Booker.
There's some games
Who'd
they
you say?
play
Who'd you
better.
say?
Isn't
Booker,
Zion-
Butler,
isn't Zion
I
an
mentioned this.
all-star?
Butler disappears when it's like regular season because he don't give a fuck.
That's a
Zion an
racer.
all-star
I
and he
mean,
just
he's
goes
gonna have
away all
seasons
of a
where he
sudden?
doesn't do
Huh?
well.
Isn't Zion an
Butler,
all-star and he just
Booker,
disappears?
Tatum.
I think he made one All-Star, but
All-star?
I'm not talking about All-Star. I'm not talking about injury. I'm just talking about they're playing. And then you got that game 3, and you really need them.
It's hard to eat that many
They scored
cheeseburgers.
15 points and
Jeremy
had 7
Lin.
turnovers.
Jeremy
That's
Lin.
disappearing.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin disappeared.
Disappeared.
He was
He's
never
good.
an all-star. Are you kidding me?
Was he
Yeah, he
not?
was.
I mean, he was really good one year, and then off the face of the earth. Never heard of him again.
He's a badass overseas, though.
Is he playing in China?
I don't know what country, but
Even though I think he's
plays
from
well.
New York?
I don't know, but he had one good season for Houston because he scored a lot of points. And then the Knicks signed him to a
Did
big
he-
contract. And stuff.
Okay.
Or it could be vice versa.
No, he played
but I
Knicks.
can't remember.
He played for the Knicks first, and then
Oh, is it
then he
Knicks,
got the
then
contract
Houston?
from
Yeah, they
Okay,
went
Rockets.
okay.
I believe.
Okay, well.
No, he played. He started Nick. That's where the
Yeah,
Lin,
that's where
Linsanity
the
started.
Linsanity started at the Knicks. With was it Stratemeyer there?
Just Sparks bid to buy
Amari?
Simmons.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm curious about something. I don't understand this. Oh my God! Snoop Dogg's trying to buy the Ottawa Senators.
It's like $20.
Did we just segue,
We
right?
should get it.
do
Sports
you
allegedly
have any
should
more
buy
for
it
NBA?
at that price.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that Ryan Reynolds and his crew are also trying to buy them. Remember they bought the soccer team, yeah.
Wrexham.
Yeah, and they're getting back into
They just moved up.
whatever they call
They
it when
just-
you move up to the big leagues.
They just moved up stages.
Yes.
The big leagues. I think we
soccer,
should do that.
what you're talking about, soccer.
Yeah.
If you're just talking
Footy
about
ball.
soccer on this,
I think we should do that too. I think the way that they do that,
Will this
with
podcast-
the Premier, the Champions, and all that, all the leagues that they have in Europe, for that, I think we should do that with college football. Well, you have to win to stay in this. Like you start breaking everybody
He played
down.
a little more teams than I thought.
Well,
After that, he played for the Lakers, Hornets, and Nets.
after
Hawks
the
and
Rockets.
Raptors.
After the
Yeah, but he
Rockets.
just-
Yes, you guys were
we were
right
just
about
talking about that. Yeah.
Then Beijing Ducks, Santa Cruz Warriors, return to the Ducks. And
Yeah,
he's on the-
Linsanity never continued.
Can't pronounce
on.
that. And he's
past
at
the
the
Knicks.
Quising 17.
Well, no,
He's at
past-
the
Oh,
Steelers.
another one. Trae Young.
Past
Trae Young.
Houston.
A burnout. I mean, not burnout like that. Sorry, that was a terrible word for me to use. He's the same in that level where he's just like, sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't.
That is true. Sometimes he's at a game, sometimes he's not.
Yeah, I mean, he's the same.
Yeah, but it's tough. But okay,
It's the
so
same thing that we
hold
were
on.
talking about
It's-
the one
it's
guy
hard.
that's
No, I'm gonna
how many
It's
back-
hard
All-Stars do you
doing
know in that
fashion
team?
magazine covers
I'm gonna back up.
and having that stupid hair.
Yeah. We have a lot to keep up with. We
And-
lose track of the game.
Well, I'm going to back up though
And having
because
fancy
Tatum,
cars.
who we mentioned about disappearing. You talked about Butler and Tatum, right? That was two that we talked
And
about.
no, Butler, Tatum,
What was
and
the other
I
three?
mentioned another
Brown?
one. Yeah. No, Butler, Tatum.
No.
There's another one that's always there. I mean, fucking Clay's one, but I mean, he's won championships, so good for him. But he's a show-up guy. He's never there.
I kind of want to compare Clay and Trey to the other guys. If you find an all-star that's just a shooter,
They're secondary, dude.
hold on, no, back it up.
I did.
Trey and Clay should never be
I'm glad that we're
considered number
rhyming.
ones to begin with.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you texting your wife?
So they would never disappear when they had an off shooting night.
Sure.
well. They already
Yeah.
claimed they were number ones before they're
Clay Thompson? I've never remember them being a number one.
okay.
No.
No,
And Trey Young should
you just said Trey and Devin.
No,
phone
Trey and
vibrated.
Clay is what
Oh,
I
okay,
said.
okay.
Those should never be number
Yeah.
one.
Listen,
There's
to the
Steph
girls,
left. I mean,
like-
Clay's number one.
Booker was the other one we were missing. Booker was the other one.
Booker was the number
Booker
one.
and Tatum.
And then two people showed up, and he's number 3, in my opinion. You
He's
think,
still
Chris?
Yeah, Chris Paul's a piece of fish.
Well, I mean, he's got an age on him.
I don't know. With the NBA
But he's
draft,
playing wrong.
the way
Chris
the
Paul
NBA
should be
works,
more of a giver than a receiver. He's winning that All-Star. I mean, think about it.
Kawhi Leonard, Chris Bosh. Where'd those people go?
Yeah, whatever.
Kawhi's hurt, and
Whatever
Chris had a
happened
fucking
to-
health ailment. He could have died. He had blood clotting issues. or
Yeah, he
something.
had an alien
But,
head.
I mean, he also played a couple years before he went to the Heat.
He only came back once after he got diagnosed with that disease.
What disease?
Come back where?
Some sort of.
Come back where?
He had a disease with his
Came back
heart or
where?
bleed or something when he got announced.
No, he came back where? Oh, to the NBA?
Yeah, to
in
play.
general? Yeah, but how long did he play for the Raptors?
He was the All-Star.
I know, and then he was just a third man at the Heat.
Well, no shit. When you build a super team, sometimes you can't always be number one.
Yeah, I mean, but
But
he
see,
was,
he never disappears.
Well,
see
then
what
you're
I'm saying?
last.
I mean, he was kind of at the
Well,
Raptors.
no, because he was
the
third
Raptors
out
meh
of-
guy.
Well,
Yeah,
then you're
Raptors
last.
meh guy.
No.
You ain't first, you're last.
I
Yeah.
guess.
All
I
right,
guess.
Ricky Bobby.
So, I mean, who would have been the All-Star there? Would you,
You
give
think
that
Kawhi's
to
an
Wade or
All-Star guy?
We don't ever talk
You think
about
Kawhi's an All-Star guy? of
Kawhi
the team?
Leonard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need to really look back and
At the
you're a
Raptors
youth,
team?
yeah, that Raptors team. He
It
was a
wasn't
fucking
stacked?
All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
They're
was
already
just him?
talking about how Kawhi is
It was
way
just
too
him?
old and needs to go anyway.
Well, the same team's practically at the Raptors, and they suck. They got their coach fired. You know, Sakiam, or is it what's his name?
Who?
Sakiam.
For who?
Just curious.
the
I just
Raptors.
like your opinions. I
I
don't
don't even
about
know who's
NBA.
on the Raptors right now.
I just like to.
Raptors
stoke the
Injuries
fire.
are going to
Raptors are a
kill.
team.
Injuries are going to kill.
Raptors
Kawhi
are a
Leonard's
team that
career.
has.
He can't get healthy.
Raptors are a team that has
Kind of like what
disappeared to me because they won that title and then
Yeah, Rose
with
was
him.
really good too.
Is Rose one of the saddest NBA stories? I mean,
he's having fun. He's still playing.
Grant Hill was another one.
who?
I thought Grant Hill was really good till he got hurt. He got hurt early.
Speaking of Hills,
Ne-
Buddy Hield still around?
Oh yeah, 3-point shoot
Where'd he
machine
play?
at the Pacers.
Okay, so he's not at Sacramento kicking
Oh no.
ass with him right now.
Oh no.
Sad.
That's
They
why they
traded him.
lost.
They didn't like him for some
They're like,
reason.
peace, bitch.
All right. Anything else? You want to look at? You look at the other matchups. We got Heat Knicks.
We got a Final Four real quick. I mean,
I'm gonna call Heat if Jimmy Butler still plays this way.
Heat looks good.
But the Knicks are defensive minded, so they're gonna have to keep that up each time. As far as the Nuggets and Suns, the Nuggets won Game 1. Murray has got to play lights out. Jokic's going to keep his. Here's the deal with the Suns. Suns will score 120 on you every night, maybe 140 if they can.
So you've got
Suns
them.
are the most talented team, I think, in the playoffs.
So you got who?
And I could see them
Who was
losing.
in two, final two?
I'm taking the Nuggets and Lakers. I like the Lakers in this one. Because I think Anthony Davis, if he plays well, Golden State's going to have a problem with that. Now, perimeter defense for the Lakers has to be top. They can't let them shoot threes, period. I mean, they can't just sit out there. I don't know. I'm gonna go Nuggets Lakers in the West. I'm gonna go.
Do you have on Crescent?
I'm just going to keep them the same. I'm going to go with the Celtics and the Suns.
No, we're talking about. You want the finals?
I thought you were picking the final. You just want the
Final two.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That final two, that'd be the West. I'm going Nuggets. I'm sorry. I'm going
See, that's how much I know.
Nuggets, and I'm gonna stay Boston.
Dave Austin.
Was that your
Dave
original?
Austin.
Was that your
That was my
original
original
pick too?
pick, yeah.
And then for you,
The Suns and Celtics.
Sean. I was curious. Wanted it for my notes. Who's your final two?
Heat. Boston.
No, they're the same side.
Fuck.
I thought he
you
was
want
one
finals or
Yeah,
you
no,
want
just
either
finals.
side?
Final two. Final two.
I thought he wanted. The
Well, I
Final
guess
Four,
since
too.
the Kings are out, I'm going to have to go Boston Suns.
Okay.
I had Sacramento.
So you're the only one that doesn't have Boston.
I have Sixers, Golden State
Okay. Well, I mean, I think anybody
from the
that,
beginning.
I think obviously after Milwaukee went out, I think everyone thought, okay, whatever the 2-3, that 2-3
I
seed,
said that before
that's
then.
going to be the.
This is at the beginning.
I know, and you know Giannis was hurt, so good for you. Because we talked about it on that pod.
We did. I said Giannis out. Fuck that.
Yeah, that pretty much. So
Giannis is
That has
Well, nobody
nothing, that
picked-
has nothing to do.
but
with
nobody
that,
picked
though.
nobody picked Milwaukee anyway to win the
Yeah,
championship.
so I don't know what that has to do with me.
You got it right that they might beat Boston, which they're up 1-0. All right, moving on.
seriously.
Let's move on to the NHL. All right, Zach, Sean, you're our
NHL
gurus of NHL.
Well, the Guru's not doing.
Now,
too
when you pull up some-
Guru-y.
right
Yesterday was the worst night of hockey I've had.
Here's I'll tell you real quick.
But go
First
ahead.
off, the best thing, Game 7, Colorado Avalanche versus Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken came.
I gave you the
Seattle Kraken came into the league with an expansion draft, which that means that they get to pick from a certain amount of players from each team that they
We
don't
know
want.
how the expansion draft works.
We were talking about last night. I still don't know how it
Not
works. How does it
everybody
work,
knows.
Sean?
How does it
You
work,
get
Sean?
your draft picks and you,
But
How many
many-
players?
you-
We know that,
you
but how many
pick-
players?
what for your
We're
regular?
talking,
I don't know how
we're
many
talking
players.
to people that don't know hockey. I mean, it's an interesting.
You
talking to me
pick. You
right
pretty
now.
much
Talk to
pick
me.
your
Talk
to
team and then
Sean.
you pick draft picks. You get to pick from all the players. You're
You
supplement.
get to
come in.
protect players, and you have your unprotected players.
Right.
My point is, I don't know the amount of unprotected players. But that being said, one of the
You
unprotected
protectors.
players of the Colorado Avalanche was Philip Grubauer, who is the goalie for the Seattle Kraken, who beat the living dog shit out of them last night. The
Do
goalie
you
was
think he's upset?
unstoppable.
I didn't
dude.
get to finish.
He literally he doesn't even have to win a Stanley Cup. The guy went in there the other night and he was just like, as long as I beat these fucking assholes, he's like, I'm.
I
cool
didn't
with
get to
that.
finish that game because shit blew up at work.
Goalie looked
So,
amazing.
I didn't get to finish that game. I did get to finish the Boston game, which, oh my god,
How'd they let him back in there?
I didn't even put Boston on this list. 'Cause
the
it's just
Florida Panthers are playing
lights out.
like they're a Joe Quenneville playoff team. Stahl.
Bo Stalls.
I think Bo
Bo
Stalls.
Stalls.
Bo
Yeah.
Stalls. Well, there's a third brother, and is he still in the
I
Rangers?
don't know where he's at. Is it Jordan? And I know that
Eh.
Mark is there, but I don't know if Eric and Jordan's there.
I don't know.
Because whoever the other one is the captain of the Carolina. Jordan or Eric's the captain of Carolina.
Okay,
But I just don't know which one's where. Because they both played there too.
that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, they're playing like a Quenneville fucking playoff team. Even with that, he hadn't been there in 3 years now, 4.
Well,
They were winning. They're winning the crease.
to add to that, there's a 10 years President's Trophy curse, and the President's Trophy is
Boston-
whoever is the MVP of the entire league. All 32 teams.
Best-
We talked about
league,
this
best-
3 or 4 podcasts ago.
Can you, name the
last-
can you name the last team that won the Stanley Cup that was a president winner?
Yeah, get anyone.
I cannot. Don't know.
I know the Blackhawks won it, and they were presidents.
It was
It was them.
2013. You're correct,
2013.
yeah.
It was them.
But excluding
Are you
them, I don't
stealing
know.
my notes? You did.
No,
didn't you?
but
Yeah.
no, I have
okay,
it. I
well-
have it right here.
It's right there.
Well,
10-year
name the other
curse.
3 teams.
2013.
Oh, so you
Name
already
the other
knew it.
2 teams that have scored more than 60 and still lost.
Lightning and Montreal.
Red Wings.
What do you mean more than 60?
More than 60 games and still go with 60 because
And win or lose?
win regular season more
And
than
then
60
lose?
and then go in and
Wouldn't
just
Boston
shit
be
the
one?
bed.
No, it's
This
Yeah,
year?
Boston's
yeah,
number 1.
yeah.
Oh,
That's what the
okay.
other one's. Lightning's obvious, but
And I brought it up.
I just picked Montreal because I'm like they've been around so long. Montreal,
I know, that's one of the
Detroit's a good. They're original 6 too.
Just pick an original
yeah,
6.
yeah,
and you
exactly.
Have
You
a
probably
crapshoot on it.
you got a 1 in 6 chance.
But no, I brought that up. I brought that up a few pods ago. That the fact that Boston won the Presidents and
Real quick, not to shit on you,
it's-
Chicago
it's-
Blackhawks that won 10 years ago as a President's Trophy winner. They only played half the season because there was a lockout.
Who would the
it doesn't matter.
Devils-
Still
Who
broke
would
the
the Devils
curse.
play?
Oh, it's over. Look at that shit.
That's what I said. Who would the Devils play?
Damn, that's a stinger.
Devils go
They
against.
did it at home too. That's pretty cool.
Crescent
Carolina.
Hang on.
Yeah, they go
Yes,
against
It's
yes,
Carolina.
they do.
Carolina smacked that ass.
Carolina's fucking running.
It's gonna be
tough right
close. It's gonna be a close one.
now. Carolina
It's gonna
is
be a fucking close one.
Hey, whoever wins that beats Toronto in the fucking.
You guys want to do a
Florida.
Final Four? Because I have no idea on that one. I would never know on that one. Carolina Devils, I don't know who to pick.
Who did I
would not
originally
know who to
pick? Okay, so I picked Boston. Okay, so
Carolina had an easy team to play in the Islanders, and they kind of struggle a little bit there.
I
The
like
Rangers are amazing.
I like-
and Lindy Ruff turned it around.
Lindy Ruff is.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
made
him
them
go.
look
Always,
like
I'm a
shit,
Lindy Ruff
yeah.
fan because they play such good defense. You can tell.
Dallas Stanley Cup championship,
No,
1999?
you
No.
was Lindy
he was
there?
Buffalo. He's the Sabres, and he lost.
Yeah,
the
but I mean,
whole
look
time.
at the defense they played though.
Don't
The guy's a defensive-minded coach that's never had a lot of good players. He's actually one of the better coaches that's underappreciated. I've always liked him. And he was at Buffalo for how many fucking years? 13, 14 years? You know, and they had the one goalie that was good.
Kings Oilers. Kings look like
So
they're on the
I did
upside.
have Edmonton at least going to play Boston.
I'm gonna take.
Oh, you got them at the end.
Yeah, at Edmonton, and I remember you took Edmonton out. And
I
put
took
the Kings
Edmonton
in.
versus
After
Boston.
the- after the
Edmonton
first
wins it
game.
all.
Yeah, he changed his picks
Yeah,
after
I
one
changed
game.
him like a little slime
Yeah.
ball that I am.
Slime ball.
Little slimer.
I think he changed
I
3
had-
picks, didn't
I
you,
had
after
Dallas
one game?
versus Boston.
Championship. So you're gonna stick with Dallas. Who you picking in the East?
That was my last note, by the way. Dallas looks amazing. That was it. That was my last note in NHL. Dallas looks great.
I'm gonna go Edmonton.
This is-
I like Edmonton to face Dallas next round, and I like Edmonton to play Carolina. And
Yeah,
I think you're gonna see a.
Wait,
I really want the
hold on,
Devils.
Hold on. You got that, and then you obviously got Maple Leafs, and then you're saying Carolina.
Carolina in the East, I think.
God, that Devils team. I'm just saying,
if
dude,
I have
fuck.
to pick since Boston's out, I'm taking the Devils.
Right now, my final two, heard it here first.
Hey, I'm game for the Devils. I'd
It's-
love to see the Devils win.
I
I
think
would
it-
love to see Devils win.
I think
too.
I think it's 2 Canadian teams. I think it's Maple Leafs and
you
Edmonton,
said
and
that
they
earlier.
break the curse, 30-year curse. And
30-year
What's the
What?
curse?
1993. It's the last time a Canadian team won. That's why.
Are you shitting me?
We hold that on them all the time. We're always like, oh yeah, you guys produce all these Canadian fucking players.
Well, I think
it's like,
the
why'd
odds
you
are-
guys
Well,
win?
because
Yeah, but
they beat us.
I mean, what do we got? Like
They
20
beat
US
us in the
teams
under
and-
21s. They beat us in the Nationals.
Okay, so
the women beat us, and
I-
they're hot goalie.
I did that anyway.
Yeah, she's
Is-
really
what,
hot
how many
goalie.
how many
We're talking about
Canadian
the
teams
major
do they
four
have?
sports.
How many Canadian
I'm talking about
teams
the
is there
hockey.
in hockey?
Just in hockey. How many Canadian teams?
Yeah. What is
Six.
it? Is it six?
Six.
So what's
We talked
total
about this
team-
already, 6
What's
to
to, what's
Sick. Edmonton.
Going in order: Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto, Montreal,
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg?
and I missed Winnipeg in there. Yeah, it's 6.
Montreal.
We missed Winnipeg last time too. That we
I
talked
think we
about
did.
this.
Yep,
I
that was
forget about
it.
it. Yeah.
Because they're an expansion. They're technically an expansion.
Oh, whatever. The fuck
Still
that
the Jets.
means. They
but
are,
they're
but
technically
yeah,
an expansion.
And what's total NFL or NHL teams? 30 what?
2 now.
Like NFL? Same.
2.
Well, I think the odds are in the USA's favorite though. I mean,
Well,
if you
thank
have
you mathematician.
Well, no, I'm just saying. You're like, well,
It's not. It doesn't come down to coaching or
like to hold that against you, but I mean, well, fuck the odds. I mean, are going to be in their in the US's favor.
Yeah. Why is it not in fucking Arizona's favor though? You know, it depends.
I
It's
still
all about
got-
where you are.
I still got
What do you
first
mean? What is
round,
that?
second round.
Drafting,
Oh.
fucking what you're doing.
Well, I mean,
Minnesota's
Like, Jesus, ESPN, you're so behind. You haven't even updated the second round yet.
well, it's Toronto
It's the
and
hockey.
Panthers, and it's the Devils.
I like
and
to
the-
have a visual board.
and the.
I like a visual.
Hey, is Carolina going to be a higher seed than the Devils, or what's the home field looking there?
I don't
Home
know.
field.
I think I don't know.
No,
if I was
they
to
have to go to
guess,
Jersey.
I think Carolina's the fucking
Oh, no,
one
Carolina's
seed.
number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Carolina's going to have the home field.
Home ice.
Home ice, home field.
Yeah,
home pitch.
Toronto's got it over the Panthers, but listen, they
Right.
go back to a 2-2-1-1-1 now.
Are you 100%?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the schedule right here. Toronto, Florida, Toronto,
That's
Florida,
what they've
Toronto.
been doing.
Sean,
2-2.
Google
1-1-1.
that shit right now. That has not happened before. It's always been 2-3-2, even in the Stanley Cup
Vegas,
final.
Vegas, Edmonton.
So that's got to be
Vegas.
new this year.
And it's good.
Yeah, because that home field, it doesn't mean shit.
2-3-2.
Yeah, but
It's
you
not
gotta
fair.
think- You got to think about the travel
Dumb.
on the players.
Who gives a shit? They went the first round 2-3-2.
That's why they're doing it, because a
But
lot
it's
of them
unfair.
live
I
in
mean,
fucking
what
Well,
Canada.
how is that unfair? The extra travel is hurting them.
No, but
How
a
can you travel to
2-3
when you
Canada
win
to
at
Florida
somebody
every
else's
day?
place,
Vancouver
that
to
means you're the
Florida?
man.
Well,
you
Vegas,
own that
okay,
house.
so Vegas and Edmonton's not
Spit
like
on
a
this
super
mic.
far drive, and
Are you peeing again?
Dallas and Seattle is long, but it's not across the nation. So I mean, and then you've got Canada, Carolina,
Yeah.
and the Devils, and you've got Toronto and Florida. Okay, that's a little bit of a haul, but it's still on the same side of the United States.
All
So
right, Kenny, we're going to have you deliver Little Debbie.
because isn't Edmonton on the west coast?
all the way to Kansas City.
Isn't Edmonton on the west coast of Canada?
I think so.
Okay, that's what I thought. Up by Vancouver-ish? Okay.
That's how they're,
So they're
that's
playing-
everybody's broken.
Well, they're playing Vegas, so I mean, it's not like that's super far.
That's huge.
I know, but I'm saying it's not like, Vegas to New York.
Okay, Kenny, can you deliver your Little Debbie's all the way to,
Not what
let's
I'm
say,
driving right
Columbus?
now.
Yeah, no, you have to drive it in that truck. God, all the trucks are going down at Kenny's house. I don't know what's going on. His wife's refusing to drive the Suburban
Where's your new truck?
shop.
Get it back tomorrow.
Oh, Ford.
How does Silenoid go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ford.
Hey, it was a simple fix. Shit happens.
Ford, what?
That was a
Third time?
EGR Silenoid.
Third time? That's what
No,
you're saying?
second.
You got it third, fourth?
Second.
Maybe fifth?
Second.
10th time?
All right, so did everybody get their Final Four for hockey?
I'm going Dallas.
No. I hate
Or
Dallas.
I'm sorry, not Final Four, championship.
Oh,
Well, now that,
Yeah, right, the
now that
championship,
Boston's
yeah.
out,
I think it's
Yeah.
first time.
I think we talked about.
What was your pick? I think.
I'm
Sorry,
saying Dallas.
what was it?
he's going to stay with Dallas.
I'm
I went
saying
Edmonton.
Dallas, and I'm going to go the Devils.
Carolina, Edmonton for me.
Yeah, I'm with. Hey,
Oh, hey, come on over.
Carolina and what?
And
I'm going in the losers bracket with your dad.
Same for Sean.
Thank goodness.
We'll
y'all
be the
picked that.
champs.
Yeah.
We'll be the fucking champs.
Then we can naked wrestle.
Oh well, I'll let you be the champ. I'll
Yeah, you will.
bow out.
No, you're not.
All right.
Anything? Is that it? What? cue time over there with his writing?
Saying next day.
Oh, it's time for Creston's hour of fishing, and I can't sing the song because I want to make sure that his feelings are raw. I want to know those raw feelings of welcome to the outdoor hour with. How many fish did you throw back?
Yeah, I screwed up.
Yeah, let's hear the story. Story.
Yeah, the story is I screwed up.
We need
called
location, date, and time.
What was the sun like? Was there wind?
There was a lot of wind. Fish Saturday.
What are you looking for, Mike?
And
He's still
fish Saturday and fish the Future Bass Tournament Trail on Saturday. Had 16 pounds and kind of just laid off and just experimented trying to figure out a pattern for the next day, because Saturday we could have won 2,000. Sunday we fished, we can win 17,000. So we went out Saturday, had 16. Sunday we come back and we're calling fish all day. That was my job in the back of the boat. I was calling the fish. Put them on the call tags.
Cell phone.
Put them on the call tags. One of them fell off the call tags. So when I would pick them up out of the live well and look, I just kept calling the smallest fish, just grab them off and never thought about it. We get to weigh in.
Hello.
And
Is it me?
and I start pulling the fish out, and I'm pulling out 3-pounder, 3-pounder, 3-pounder. Next thing I know, I pull out this 14-inch line burner fish, and I just threw away. I threw away several times, way bigger fish, but right at the end of the day, with like 10 minutes left to go, I caught a 296 or 298, and I threw him back because he was smaller than everything we had, I thought. But I had a 1-pound fish in the live well. So kind of a little flub
He
up
told
on
me
my
to throw
part.
the football. We were talking. He told me that. And I was like, "Are you shitting me?"
So we lost 2 pounds from our total weight, which would have put us up to 15 something.
Now, when you Google future bass, what it brings up is future bass and instruments. You guys not have a website?
Future Bass.
Oh, is that your team name?
No,
That's the league.
that's
That was the league that he.
right there. Future Bass Trails.
Where?
Right there.
Future Bass
Go-
Bass Texoma.
Right there.
Oh wow! Oh, it was right above. I was looking down here at this shit.
Jesus Christ! There it is. Woo! There we go, Sean.
Hello. Is
Man,
it me?
did they still have a website from the early 2000s?
That's what I was about to say.
Look at that guy going fast in the bass
That was
cat.
made on
That's
one
what
of
What
those-
year
his
was that
boat-
bass cat
that's-
roughly, Creston? About an 88?
No,
Okay.
no.
That was made on one of them their long computers.
When your monitor was so tall.
Do you guys have a team name though?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Bass catchers.
You're like fucking lightning bass or some shit. Like
Like thunder and lightning.
So anyway, that was my fishing this weekend. Didn't go as planned. Try it again next weekend.
So what's next weekend? Where are we going?
Eufaula.
Okay.
Going back to Eufaula.
I miss you, follow.
where do you guys launch at?
Eufaula Cove.
City wise.
Eufaula.
Oh, it's Eufaula?
Wow.
You follow.
In-depth questions here. Thank you.
Massive.
Eufaula Lake does cover a massive part of like
Yes,
a couple
Eufaula.
cities.
Yes.
Couple
apologize
cities?
about that.
Would you call those cities?
One of those being McAllister is their head city, so I just didn't know.
I
McAllister is massive, and it's at the
It's
point
not
of it.
massive.
So did you figure that
It's
out?
just big.
Was it at like the southern end?
I've been looking at lakes all day, baby. We were
To
talking
do
about
what with?
Oh, we were just talking about lakes, like which one's the best, but
Go drown a body? Hide a body?
no. But 10
Chelsea Lake's the best for that.
We talked about that in the committee meeting.
What, hiding bodies?
No, hiding cars,
Why would you hide cars?
because that's where people hide cars.
I don't know. Why would you hide a car?
I don't know. It's just what I've heard. It's rumors.
Right.
What have you heard's in there? I've heard there's a car in there.
I don't know. You want me to go put a boat in with live scope on it? We'll
Yeah.
Oh shit! How? Why
Can you
the
get a
fuck
boat?
have we not done that?
see. I can tell you the make of the freaking boat. Or the car. I can.
Yeah, you're in the boat. I hope you can tell me the make of it.
I meant the car.
You're gonna be looking at the make
that
of
should
the
be an outdoor
skull.
minute right there.
You're like, yeah. So we
Man.
went to Chelsea Lake last weekend to find
Hey, Chelsea Lake is going to be. It's not
Uh-oh.
so negative.
Kenny.
It's going to be a. Oh, what do we got here? Just for fun.
They've got future pass. Here's a little indicator. Here's a little update. Just for fun, we're going to give everyone a chance to win free entry into the next event. We're going to call it Exact weight of the date giveaway.
Well, there's
That's
his
March
deal right
4th.
there. Look at that.
Well,
New for the
that's-
23
oh,
the
here we
Fall
go.
Championship. $10,000 minimum
Here we
above
go.
entries guaranteed
That's
to be
the
paid to first
championship,
place.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was that March 4th one still there? Have they not updated
What's
their
S&P?
website?
Question.
What does that mean?
I do have a question about these.
S&P? That's
What's
a
SP?
gas station.
Well, no, what is that? 10,000 plus SP.
Side pot.
Oh, I got
So you're making bets on the side while
Yes.
Interesting.
What's the note? Fourth place don't pay shit, I see.
Well, $2,000.
What's your entry fee on that
Plus 700
this week?
It was, well, we didn't pay our memberships. We hadn't paid our membership because the first tournament got canceled, so we had a $100 membership plus, so we paid $300 for that entry fee. So it's $200 plus a $100 membership. So the membership's just one time. So the entry fee is $200.
100 person.
Yeah, 100
essentially.
person.
Who you fishing with?
Clint.
What is that? Read that, Sean.
There's no traveling. Okay.
Traveling
due,
trail.
due to economy, last year was a huge disappointment for the traveling trail, mainly due to gas prices. We really appreciate the 8 or 9 teams that supported the trail. Were you one of those? Okay.
What does that mean? Well, read it and
But
then we'll explain.
sadly, we can't afford to maintain the trail with so much expense
We're going to get his ass kicked out from his shows.
to our anglers and future bass.
Podcast with the outdoor minute. You're fucking done.
Therefore, no traveling trail in 2023. Again, I'd like to thank
No, I
every
don't think it
angler
is.
that did
I was looking
participate
too.
and fish the trail in 2022.
So what is the explain this trail? What does that mean?
The traveling trail?
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, they had a Grand Lake trail, and they had a Eufaula trail.
Okay.
And then they had a traveling trail, which went to Grand, Eufaula, 10 Killer, Sardis, all over the state of Oklahoma fishing.
Okay.
They couldn't draw no boats to the traveling trail. Because I'm not going to take off and drive to Sardis or Texoma or something to win. I mean,
Are they trying to do like a points championship or some shit? Like if you
You
finish,
weren't doing anything. Why
or
didn't you?
what was the point of it? I guess.
Like a PGA.
Yeah, I mean, was
Expand,
they getting points?
expand.
no,
like, or were
it
you
was
like-
just another tournament trail. He was trying to
expand.
have a
You're
tournament
trying-
trail
You're trying to
for
build
yeah,
all these other places. You're trying to build the angling at these places.
yeah.
So instead of just you fall a grand, you're going.
Instead of you running down there to
over.
take off for that one shit lake, you're gonna
One
do a couple
shit
down
lake.
there. That way, it makes your way there, so you have to do it.
Creston, have you
I-
seen this? Did you?
What?
It's been brought to my attention about lights
My.
on boats.
Not
We
our-
all launch our
my.
boats before safe light. Safe light repair,
My.
safe light replace. What? What does it say?
It just
wasn't
says
their
my,
attention, it's my
which-
attention.
It's been brought to my, so whoever Future Bass Trails is my.
One guy. Therefore, all entrants
Joe Copeland.
of
Hey,
future
well, no,
bass
bro.
events are required by law to have working lights on their boats. Please install your lights before launching. If for some reason your
Which you
lights
should.
don't work,
Right? Correct?
wait
I mean, you
until
agree.
safe light.
What is that safe
to
light? Is
approach.
it X amount of time after?
No, those are the
Official-
guys that fix
official
your
sunrise.
windshields.
X amount after?
No,
Or- oh.
official
Oh,
sunrise.
okay.
It's
And
the
you have
people
no
that
lights
fix
then?
your
You
s-
can put no lights on
Yeah,
then?
you don't have to. That's
It's the-
official sunrise and
Do
official
they have that
Just
posted?
like jet skis. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can look.
No, I mean, do they post
Yeah,
that
there's a
there
time
for
when you
everyone?
go-
Yeah, they. If you look on the
You
tournament
can't
dates,
go
it
night.
says official.
You
yeah.
can't go night jet skiing.
No.
How do you get the ladies?
No.
Oh, you do by breaking the law.
That's right. Wow,
Oh
this
my God.
this thing's long. Okay, we finally hit the bottom. Oh, Joe. Yeah, see, we could have just got down to Joe. Due to COVID, rule number 20.
Where's rule number 1 through 19? Let's read it right now. Like,
I can't find those.
No, let's not. And that website even works still. So anyway, well, it's updated.
rules, rules.
I got 2021 updates. New changes for 2018.
Rules at the top. It says rules.
That's registration.
Rules.
Why is there a? Oh, that's okay.
Rule 1. Okay, that's a lot of words.
There's
Fuck that.
participants. Yeah, drinking.
It was
No
a drinking-
alcoholic or illegal drugs. Bullshit. How do you fish?
No,
Oh,
mine
you have
all
to do a
three.
polygraph too.
Yeah.
Holy
they do
fuck.
do that.
This is
But
the
sometimes they wait till
FBI. The
sometimes
Fishing
they
Bureau
wait till you get
investigation.
drunk and then they polygraph you.
I mean, have you ever seen some hillbillies show up to these tournaments? It's never. I mean, I'm talking some flat bottom. I'm talking.
Just got some crazy shit. They're like, I got
Kenny,
fish any
those
son of a
hillbillies are
bitch
half
here.
of our.
You seen them
that's
win?
I don't know who they are.
Saw one on the Arkansas River show up, and he showed up. And I looked at the
He's
boat.
like, I'm paying rent this month.
You
motherfucker.
automatically judged, didn't you?
No, I looked
gotta
I'm
judge
here.
them.
I'm
Oh, a
here.
little bit.
No,
They all talk, I bet.
Listen,
I'm here
I
to
looked at his
defend.
It's like the
boat.
Owasso women, right? In the
Gossip
in the
girls at the
neighborhood.
Grand
Yeah.
Lake Trail.
Lots of women.
You know the
They got better looking women than here.
No, I'm just saying that people.
What are we
tend to
talking
judge.
about?
So no, go ahead.
What are we
No,
talking
okay.
I looked at his boat, and I was worried about him right off the out of the gate, because you go to the Arkansas River.
it
There's
just a-
there's so many backwaters
Yeah.
that our boats can't get into,
But his did.
and you know he can get to some places that there's no one else going to be able to get to.
Oh, that's sneaky.
So I'm like, he found something somewhere, and he entered this tournament and brought his little bitty flat bottom boat with
What do
his.
you mean he found something?
40
Probably,
horse motor.
he's probably there all the time.
Well, maybe so, but it's those guys that show up to. You never see him fish anywhere.
Can
or
you have
anything.
two boats? Can you have
Yeah,
your boat
yeah.
and then like a little small boat?
There's a lot of pros that do that.
What?
When they
What do
go
you
to
mean?
certain places, they have their
You got
big
those flat
fiberglass
bottoms.
boat, and then several of them is
You
with
got your
like
big,
not at
dark-
the
sexy,
same
you got
time.
your big sexy
not on the
boat.
water at
Oh,
the same
yeah.
time. No, but
But you bring some backups. Is that what you're saying?
no, they
Oh.
pick like if you go to Lake Dardanelle. I've seen it at Dardanelle. I've seen it at other places.
Oh, so they're only picking one specific for the location.
yeah,
I got
they show up in this little bitty aluminum tracker with a
it's
40
not like
horse
a-
motor to get back into backwaters. It's mainly
What's
the
wrong
river
with the 40
system.
horse
Yeah.
motor?
Nothing.
No, I'm just fucking
40
with
horse motor, you're going to go 32 miles an hour at best.
So real quick, I do have one more question.
That's all
for
you need to get in the
with all these
backwaters.
terms, I'm sure that they all depend or whatever, but I am curious about this, so I write this down. What so when you guys start the tournament, do you guys start all in one spot, or is that for also the lie detector? You guys can go wherever you want.
Okay.
And you just start at a certain time because
No,
you said
most-
sunrise
No,
to
click on
sunset.
Most tournaments
Who's that?
that we fish, you have a takeoff, one spot, and they call your number and you take off.
And you just
This future bass does not have. You can unload and go anywhere you want and take off. That's the only tournament I fish.
So the
that does
ones that you have that take off all in one spot, how many collisions?
I don't
have
even
you
know
seen?
why I went up.
Maybe just a few.
yeah.
None.
Yeah, no, I've seen a
You
handful.
seen them,
Yeah,
them all taking off in one spot, just maybe plowing to each other. That's
no,
fucking hilarious.
because that's a shotgun.
I've seen
start.
those
They call your
videos.
number. You go out one at a time.
Oh shit.
Shot,
Okay.
Do they still do shotgun
So the
starts?
shotgun start.
Stopped it.
Oh, it's Billy
Because
Turner.
people plow into each other. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'd be there for. I'd be on the banks, just be like, look at these motherfuckers. Like,
No, you wouldn't
Yeah,
be there
it's
because
just-
you'd have to get up too early.
Nah,
People don't get up
true.
that early.
roasted. Got me there.
I didn't mean you. I meant I said
Oh,
me.
you meant me. He could have been there and rolled in late.
Preston roasted me.
He'd have rolled
when
in
do
late.
you
He
wake
could have
up?
still been up. Let's go down to the dock. I've been partying over here.
I didn't mean you. I meant people don't get
No,
I
up.
was
he
up
meant
all night
you.
to watch you guys leave.
When do you go to bed, or when do you wake up?
When the fuck do you go to bed? When do you wake up?
I go to bed at like 6 a.m.
He was
I
up at
wake
6. He was up at 7:30 this morning. He was about shocked. He texted me.
Oh wow! I was up until 8:30.
I try to regulate a good sleeping arrangements. Usually, I try to wake up and go to bed at a decent time, but sometimes, you know,
You
these
still sleep-
podcast nights, they really throw off my fucking everything for the rest of the week. That's usually how it
I'm
goes.
so sorry. All right,
And you're in my home, Nana Studio.
your home's in the garage.
The cabin. We call it the cabin.
Sounds sexier.
It's not that. It's
It's
not
the
a
stabbing
cabin.
cabin.
Can you imagine texting someone and be like, hey, do you want to come over to my garage?
It's a-
It sounds so much better when you're like, hey, I live at a cabin by the lake.
You live in a garage near the lake.
I live in a cabin on the lake.
You live in a garage near the lake. The lake's way over there.
Whatever you say.
You can't even put your
That's what
kayaks.
you probably should start this podcast with. It's coming from the lake house that an old lady owns.
Holy shit. coming from the Chelsea Lake House.
Coming from the fuck shack.
Hey.
No, we're here. We're not. No.
All right. What do we got now? Where are we going? We done with NBA, NHL?
Yeah.
You got any more hunting?
Nope.
This
nope.
week you're going to Eufaula, and then what? Anything other hunting? Nothing.
Bitchy daughter.
Nothing.
Their turkey season's still going on.
Have you went yet?
I took my dad. Remember, he got.
Oh yeah, he got one. That's the only time you went though.
Yes.
Are you going again?
Fishing kind of comes
First.
first. Yeah. I
You know,
can't.
Zach,
I can't
you-
win.
Your
hunting.
dad doing any fishing anymore?
No, he's helping my sister with the
Baby?
food truck.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, that's right. She's still running a damn
Yeah,
food
so
truck.
that takes up most of his weekends. So.
Gotcha.
Since he
gotcha.
closed down the body shop.
Yes, gotcha. Repair shop. I don't think he ever did body work.
I've done body work.
You need some more.
Fat jokes all around.
Damn it!
Zach, you missed out. Come on.
Preston roasted him there too.
I'm just still stunned by the roast that he did to me. I'm just like,
All right.
blown away.
I don't even know if I have that. Are you peeing again?
No, I'm not. Let
Are you
us see in
sure?
the pod.
Are you sure?
It's not the end of the pod. You got your dad's 4 hours of bullshittery and static.
What do we go to now? We have. Oh, we have Kenny's. Hold on.
Kenny's stat hour.
I don't have that many.
If you guys have been listening for the last 2 hours, you got another hour.
And we're
So
sorry.
fucking
You can
rude.
tune out now.
Now's the time that you go to sleep. Kenny's.
I love that we can hear.
It's time for Kenny to get interaction and put us all to sleep.
Well, thank you everybody for joining me for this segment of. I don't know. Have we named a name yet?
Kenny's bullshit.
No,
Annoying.
No. I just have a few things. Let's go to baseball real quick. Tampa Bay Rays fastest to 20 wins in MLB history,
They'll probably
which is
lose.
good. Pittsburgh's right behind them. So actually, Pittsburgh Pirates good for them.
They play this week.
Having yeah, that's right. They have a good year.
They have a series this week.
Also, let's move to basketball real quick. Allegedly, Lakers won't go after Kyrie Irving. Thoughts on that?
What?
Who cares?
LeBron doesn't want Kyrie.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Kyrie doesn't want LeBron.
Well, I don't think that's the way. So does he sign?
Kyrie's one of the greatest players we've seen. He's a generational talent.
You don't think
Wouldn't
LeBron's
say
done?
No.
I know
he's
that
playing
he
this
said he
kid.
wants to play with Bronny.
No, him and LeBron do not want to play with each other.
So does that mean? So,
LeBron's the reason why he
hold on.
left
So Kyrie-
Cleveland.
So do you think Kyrie Irving gets signed by the Mavericks to a max deal because he's there already, and that pushes
The Thunder.
Luka out?
No, they want Luca and they want him.
I don't know if they can do both. Just a thought. Think about it.
Personally, I think Luka's there to stay. He's like, I think they'll give him whatever he needs.
Big 12 commissioner has eyeing games for men and women's basketball and football in Mexico. That's going to be the new tactic that the Big 12 tries to do. Looks like men's basketball.
Expand regional?
Huh?
Expand your region.
Yeah, men's basketball looks like it's
Are
going
we
to
going
be
to play
Mexico.
Canada too?
Looks like men's basketball is going to be.
What
in
about the Caribbean?
Looks like men's basketball is going to be
Cuba?
in Mexico City, and football is going to be in Monterey.
That's a really good point to think about too. You know, we talk about the NFL.
Let's take a bunch of college kids to Monterey.
Motherfucker.
No, really, think about it.
The
Bunch of
NFL
college kids at Monterey. What's going to happen?
The
Pregnancy.
same thing that happens
Pregnancy.
in fucking Tulane. The
What?
thing is, the same thing that happens to Tulane.
Tulane.
New Orleans, huge part school, Tulane.
Yeah.
The same thing that happens there. Anyway, what I'm saying
Where's
is
Monterey?
that Mexico and stuff like that, we talked, sorry, I was going to write something, but I'm good, actually. The same thing that we talk about is, like, who's going to expand or who's going to go where. NFL possibly going to Canada or, like, Mexico or maybe Europe. That's actually a really good point. Why doesn't colleges, there's other countries that have colleges, and we have a million of them. They can just go in different rankings, or whatever. Why aren't we playing other countries anyway?
I think Big 12's commissioner Yormark, who
I'm not going Big 12. I'm just talking in general.
No, he came
NCAA.
from he came from the New Jersey. What was the brand?
Nets.
He came from a brand guy. God, what was it? Anyway,
It was
he ran a national
a
brand that
franchise
was with.
marketing firm.
Hold on, I'll tell
Anyway,
you.
college is a good start to get into.
But
that.
here's the thing.
I think that's a good idea.
College basketball already goes everywhere, anyways.
college anything is what I'm saying.
Well, I know, but college basketball goes anywhere.
Where?
They play games in
Canada?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
They do
No
the
shit.
tournaments at the beginning of the year.
They have
we
all
have
the
MLB
tournaments.
teams and NBA teams there. It's not a shock.
We have an
NHL
MLB
teams.
team there
Yeah. So that being
because
said,
the
so, like
Expos
Mexico,
are now.
other places and stuff. That's
Where did the
cool.
Expos go?
You know, what I mean,
The Expos
expanding
become the Nationals?
reach. Surprised we haven't already
What?
expanded the reach.
We're trying to break down borders here, but the Mexican
What's the
government
population
will
of-
not let us take them
What's
over.
the population of El Paso? And
He was
El
Rock.
Paso's-
He was Rock Nation's CEO
And that
with
Jay-Z.
with Jay-Z, and then was obviously with NASCAR was with
with NASCAR.
He's a white guy.
Know that.
let me finish. He was with the Nets before that. Obviously, why Rock Nation coming in the Nets. But he was with NASCAR before. I mean, he was a marketing guy for NASCAR in '98. Do you realize in '98 what NASCAR was compared to the next 10 years after? I mean, he was he negotiated a 10-year, $750 million sponsorship with Nextel Communications. Think about '98 NASCAR, and then add 10 years after that what he's done for marketing. Guy's a super genius.
Kenny.
That's why. What?
You used some words in there that I don't think exist anymore.
What was that?
Nextel. Are they still
Well,
around?
that was at the time. So I'm saying that was in '98.
Like AT&T.
Yeah, they were in
I don't know who bought them.
Or is that the C one?
I think
What was the C
Verizon.
one?
No, I think.
And he wasn't quite there.
T-Mobile.
He was
Orange
'98 to
C1.
2005, and that's why
Singular.
he was
Singular.
He was
That's
hired.
AT&T.
He was hired by the
Yeah.
Nets. Yeah, that was Singular.
Y'all are
You still
interrupting
talking about the
Kenny's
Nets?
bullshit hour.
They always
Let's
do.
go.
They don't care. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
Now you know how
you're-
Creston feels.
having
But his
fun.
is interesting.
I have not interrupted him shit for months.
Shit,
For months.
I have
haven't
not
said
interrupted
shit.
him shit for
No,
months.
his
Can I get an
I've not
outside
researched
line?
shit for months.
no, his segment for months is what I meant to say. Not his shit segment. His segment for months.
You called him
just
stupid
fucking-
too.
Never
I
called it a
did
shit
not.
segment. Jesus
I did
Christ.
not. I called
A
him-
shit segment,
no,
and you're stupid.
No, I did never call him stupid.
Well,
in
your
his own
shit
segment. I
segment,
called him
stupid
at
outdoor
other
minute.
times.
That's what he said.
No, I called him stupid in other
What
segments.
else you got, Kenny? What other stats are you gonna get? Like,
Oh, I'll
hard,
close it at
big
this
ol'
one.
erect?
I thought this was
Thank
the.
God.
No,
Now wait a minute. You actually called me stupid. I thought you
You
were just
said I did.
insinuating that I was stupid. Even this guy understands what I'm saying.
I'm insinuating because you said it.
yeah, you said it, so I mean, I don't know.
So I didn't
was agreeing
say
with
it.
you, so you wouldn't feel,
Don't be stupid.
that was stupid.
God, I gotta go to Walmart after this.
Anyway, hockey. This is the best one. Did you see the Panthers play Toronto in the playoffs? Panthers on their home games, because they had the 7th worst attendance in hockey, are regulating their ticket sales to U.S. citizens only. That's classy. Think about that.
Boy, you just lost all of us on that one.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, I mean,
That
no.
was
Okay,
just- this
so
was the
so
dumbest-
here, let me break it down for you.
Why is that dumb?
The
I thought-
Panthers,
that's
the
pretty
Panthers,
funny.
the Panthers.
You could have brought up the Big 12 and what certain schools are doing. Shut up. And what certain schools are doing to sell tickets for like BYU games and Cincinnati games. Have you not seen that?
Yeah.
What about it?
Where they're making them buy like packages.
They've done that forever. That's not new.
Well, this would.
I mean, that's how OSU sold season tickets. You want to go to OU, you got to buy a season ticket. I mean, they're packaged.
Real
I mean,
quick for you. Do you know why?
But think about the hockey-
Do you
no.
know why hockey thrives in Florida? It's a thing called snowbirds.
No, I know the snowbirds. We were there. We were there with
why
snowbirds. Remember the mafia guy?
That blows people up. They're like, how could you have a fucking
confused
sheet of
Jeff and
ice in
Kenny?
Florida? That doesn't make any sense at all. It's because people from fucking Canada hate the cold and they come
And
down
Michigan
here.
and Minnesota
And they come
all
down
Falls
here
on
and
the-
they
on that
watch it and they
staff,
become
though.
fans of that. Dumb as fuck.
Why is that dumb?
Why would you do that? Why would you exclude a fucking...
They're trying to make money. They're just
No, they're trying
the
to
money.
keep their own people to come see these games.
Dumb. Oh, are you saying it's that packed? But I mean, you just said they're 7th.
They were 7th in attendance in regular season. Obviously, they're in the
7th,
playoffs.
not 7th from the bottom.
They were 7th from the bottom, yes. But it's playoffs now. So, I mean, you're
I'd
going
be
to
looking for some
confused.
you're gonna
fucking
get
clicks,
fair.
baby.
How's that confusing? They're fair weather fans that's going to come out for
No,
Florida now.
and that's why they do want to be like, we're here for you. Please, that way
Okay,
you
so
guys
it's
come see us
Florida.
during the regular season. It's a desperation
So
grab.
it's
It looks like
Florida,
me.
and they don't want any
Honestly,
Canadians coming.
my team did that shit. I'd be like, now I don't want you to see
well, they
them
don't want.
at
They
all.
don't. Well, they don't want every Canadian person buying tickets to come down to Florida.
But the
to watch
Canadians
game.
are the nicest people.
But they want their own fans.
Even their serial killers are the
But I'm
nicest. Serial
saying.
killers.
I thought that was hilarious. I mean, it's
They're trying
I've
to
never
keep.
seen
No,
it.
what they're doing,
Why
they're
is
trying.
that stupid? They're still
they're
going to
trying to
sell
keep
out. They're
home
going to keep
fans.
more of their fans.
They're trying to have
They're gonna
home
keep
If
fans.
I
fans.
lived in Miami right now,
It's like going
sorry,
anywhere. It's like
Sunrise,
going.
before you correct me.
It's like going
If
to
I lived
L.A. There's no L.A. fans. There's
where they're
all
from,
other
Sunrise.
teams. There's all
If
other
I lived in
teams.
Sunrise right now, I would just be like,
I don't give a shit where they're from. It's Florida.
how in the fuck could you just say no
Yeah,
to
bit by
that?
a parrot last
It's
time we
annoying. It's really weird. It's dumb.
That's
Because-
why I brought that up. I thought that was an interesting stat. Thank you. Close that out on
Wow,
high.
way to justify your
Yeah,
dad's
look,
bullshit.
Look at how they do their tickets, though. What's their ticket price? Do they change it? Do they go lower? They're like, we want the working class
Well,
people
hold on.
of
Now, that might have been-
Sunrise
That
to
might
come
have been
here.
the dumbest thing you've ever said right there, too. Does hockey teams or any teams change their prices for playoffs? Let me think.
Yeah, they increase them.
Well, no
dude.
shit.
No shit, dude. But like,
Well, you asked
fucking-
if they changed them.
No, I mean,
I'd go,
Miami-
yeah.
Miami.
I didn't look, but I'll go yes.
Miami to Canadians.
I'll go yes.
Miami to Canadians. You don't think they fucking increase
What's
it
Maple
crazy?
Leafs? But yeah. Oh, I thought the
Miami to Canadians. You don't think they do it crazy? I mean, they probably increase it a lot for them.
I don't know. I mean,
So instead, you want to increase it to the people that live around you that support you for the rest of the year? I wouldn't see you the rest of the entire year for that.
Now
bullshit.
you're price gouging by
race.
nationality.
That's what they're doing.
It's not race. It's nationality.
Nationality.
That's
sorry.
a different word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's
Like
Nick
Sean.
Garrett?
Those white Canadians.
Anybody know Nick Garrett?
It's just nationality.
That's not true.
Thank you, Nick Garrett. Apparently followed us on Facebook.
Nick! Hey, Nick! Are you listening? Love you, Nick.
Probably
Nick
not.
Garrett, obviously.
Oh, hey.
Yes, hey, Nick.
How's it going,
I don't know
Nick?
who that is.
Really? That's
Yeah,
Brindley's dad, Nick. Garrett from Bartlesville.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no idea.
And would be a good...
How would I know that?
He would be a good addition to a pod if we talked about the Cubs, which who I hate. So...
Why,
No,
'cause
no,
those two
he's
could
a
just-
baseball.
He's a
phenomenon.
baseball guy.
No,
Those two
he
could
knows
be
his
good.
He's
he knows
really
his
sharp
baseball.
at baseball.
Yeah, baseball's firing up right now, and all of our teams suck. So
Well, I'm still second place.
Does the
in
Cubs
Central.
suck?
I don't know. Let me look.
probably.
I mean,
I would know. That's a weird thing about baseball.
I hope
At the
they do.
beginning of the year, you only pay
You
attention to your
don't pay
team.
attention.
You don't pay attention to anyone else's team because you don't give a fuck.
Well, the fact that mine and Kenny's team hit in the same division is easy to pay attention to
They're
his.
15 and 13, so they're about to
Suck.
Yeah, well, no, they're a little better.
500,
than mine.
baby.
Oh, they're 2 games on the other side, just like yours is 2 games on the other opposite. 1 game now.
One now. Beat the Yankees tonight, baby.
Look at that, baby. That's that new coach magic.
Woo-hoo!
Woo! 9 games out, starting the season. Talk about a rally.
You guys lost 9 in a row, but that one you really
That was
got
yesterday.
it. Yes,
That one was yesterday.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You really got that
And
one.
we
Hey,
beat-
stuck in.
Hey,
We beat
right now
Tampa Bay.
it does not matter. Right
Oh, it
now.
matters hugely.
Not right now.
Well,
there's
no.
so many
To be
friggin'
that,
games.
no,
No, hold
to
on.
be 8-21 right now, that matters.
I'm gonna say.
I'd rather be 500.
No, you go on a
Look at the
9-game
Yankees.
winning streak,
Wow.
it all changes.
Look at that. Wow.
The
look at
Yankees
Baltimore.
is hilarious.
Okay,
Yeah,
for the
Yankees.
East, for the AL East.
Are they gonna
that's-
fire him yet?
Who?
I know we're at still
Joe
by
Boone,
minute.
Pat
but I'm-
Boone,
Aaron.
Joe Buttigieg,
Yeah,
Aaron Boone.
Isn't he still there?
Where?
This will be his last year. Boone.
No, Steinbrenner Jr. loves him. Steinbrenner
Where's
Jr.
the Pirates at?
We know first place.
Oh, you said May 10th. When did you ask if I was off? Are we going to a Rangers game?
No, we changed. We were going to a Royals game, but we changed it. It's a bad
Let's
day.
not go to
we're gonna-
Royals. Let's go down to Texas.
We were going to see the Royals and White Sox, Dick.
Yay! I can watch them lose.
We could have went right behind the home plate with his fucking fans is coming to them shit.
Yay!
$9 a ticket
We
at home
can't-
plate. Yeah, it's like,
We can't go. It's a bad. Timing was bad. So
For who? Hannah?
me, Hannah too. We're gonna pick a Monday game.
It's always
It's a Monday game.
Oh,
No, it was me too.
I always blame
It was
Hannah.
me too because Daxton had promotion Tuesday. So
What the hell?
that West
you just say?
conference is actually
no,
pretty
no,
tight
no,
right there.
go
That's
back.
a tough
promotion.
concert.
I had a meeting too.
He had your son had a promotion?
It's eighth grade promotion. We
Eighth
all
grade
done.
promotion.
Yeah, 8th grade.
It's called graduation.
Okay, graduation if that's what you call it.
Eighth
A
grade promotion. We
promotion.
call
What
it
is
eighth
this
grade
new
promotion.
words are using?
Promotion to high
Your
school.
promotion to high school. You're not graduating from 8th grade.
Oh, so
You're
is he gonna
promoting
get? Is he gonna get beat up, like by the
I-
seniors and
I
shit
don't
coming
know.
in?
I don't
That's
know.
what you're
Probably
supposed
not
to
that
do.
night.
Spanked, drunk.
This is in the 70s. They just ask him what bathroom he
I mean, I was
uses.
partying with the high schoolers. I was partying with the high schoolers in 8th grade, so that's cool.
I like to pump.
All right, so everybody sucks right now. Pirates for some reason are really amazing. Colorado Rockies, who have been winning a lot of games against the Indiana Guardians. I mean,
They won one.
they took 2 from them.
Oh, they
didn't
did take 2. Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
dumb nuts.
Yeah, our pitch- our
Sit in the
pitching's
basement
fine.
here, and the Diamondbacks are doing amazing. What's up with that?
The West is pretty tight on the games though.
Oh, for
16, 15. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of disappointment in that. division.
huge. That is always a disappointment.
Not really. The Dodgers usually win it every year.
Yeah, but I
Look at
don't
the
know.
Rangers. I mean, look at them sons of bitches.
Sons
You get a new
of
manager. Look at you go. Bruce Bochy's new manager. I think that's.
Didn't we have a chance? Didn't the White Sox have a chance to get him?
I don't know, but he's a good fucking manager. He won a national, or he won a
We took the
championship
Royals bench
every other
coach.
year. Was it every odd year, Zach, with the Giants that Bochy won a championship?
I would
no,
go
like
3 straight years.
9, 11, 13.
Do you now
Right.
understand the difference?
He won 3,
Oh, that was
I thought.
it. So is it
Do
10,
you-
13, 15?
Do you now understand the
It's
difference
something like
between
it is
having
every other year, though.
having the
Lindsey
old
Kemp
stupid guy who was about
and
to
then
die,
Bumgarner.
LaRussa, versus our new coach? Where we're at now?
Say who?
LaRussa.
Say it again.
You see what we at least made the playoffs with LaRussa, and we were sniffing the playoffs before he got sick.
Yes.
And now you look at us now.
Even
Pitching
years.
is atrocious.
10, 12,
Our
14.
relievers are human garbage.
Do you want one?
That's where a lot of the runs come from.
Okay.
Hey, interesting stat.
Stack guy.
2 interesting stats.
Stat.
No, 2 interesting. No, listen.
Oh, stat.
That's not really a stat. No, I
stats.
listen to this. We talk about
Destiny
baseball.
whisper stats in my
Never-
ear.
No, I had to pull up.
taking it for
No, it's not
stats.
stats. I had to pull up Bruce Bochy because I think he's one of the best managers fucking all time. I really do, and he's never going to get credit. It was 10, 12, and 14. He won the championship. Couple things.
12,
Once
14.
he was born in
2,
France
12, 10, and 14.
because his father was military, and second, he went to school with Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hannah?
Hammond.
Daryl Hannah.
Hammond.
I'd rather you said Daryl Hannah.
Hammond. Daryl
Hannah.
Hammond. Saturday Night Live.
See? You don't even know who Daryl Hammond is.
He played.
Trump.
He was a good Clinton, and he was Trump. No.
No,
Did
Daryl
he win
Hannah-
a Did he win
he
a
was-
World Series on his own?
Stop. Daryl Hammond.
What do you mean on his own?
Daryl,
Previous
by
to-
himself?
Previous
Kenny.
to GM.
Kenny, wasn't Daryl Hammond...
What? What are you talking about?
Wasn't he Sean Connery?
You
Possibly.
didn't have a playing
Yeah.
career? You didn't have a playing career?
The Letits now.
I'll take... I'll take
Was
ape...
that him?
I'll take ape tit... something. That's a petite bonjour. All right. Anybody got anything in closing? Because we are DUNE done.
Yes, please.
Preston?
I'm good.
All right. Say goodbye.
Later.
Thanks, everybody.
I thought we were doing knuckle bumps. I don't know.
I won't leave you hanging. I mean, live broadcast. I got your back.
Zach's gonna die on a jet plane. Just
airliner.
remember to follow us on everything because we are poor and terrible at everything.